Okay, welcome to another episode of Critical Misconduct. Of course, this is Aaron, the DM, and my asshole buddies.
Hi.
We're going to play some D&D. So, of course, I need to thank Roll20 and D&D Beyond and, what's his name? Kevin MacLeod for all the music that I used, which is like the majority of all his music I used. And, yeah, other than that, let's get into this.
One correction from the opening. I don't see a single asshole on screen. I'm definitely not getting asshole on the internet money from this stream.
I feel like that feels like a private venture that you should take to, say, an OnlyFans or something of that nature.
I feel like I'd
You
be more of a. I
really
feel like I'd
good
be
for
more of like a fansly.
Sure. I think you could do well. I think you could really sweep.
You closed on Bristol, didn't you?
If I clean it up a little bit, maybe I could put it on Patreon.
Have you ever had your butthole waxed?
No, I'm not that brave. I'm
Ah!
also very hairy. That would be a job.
You wanna wax my butthole?
The right answer was not voluntarily.
You got your butthole waxed?
There was that one time I got really drunk in college. Right.
You know who else makes good money? Waxers. Waxers make good money.
What about bleached?
That feels like a couple decades ago, right?
Anal
like,
bleaching.
doesn't it? That feels a little, I don't know.
I mean, if you work in the oh God,
In the
what's
industry,
term
in the
now?
biz.
In the sex industry,
Sure, yeah.
I think it's still common, but
Oh,
otherwise, no. I don't think there's much of that. I don't see as many people advertising it as I used to.
I feel like there's been a move towards health-related stuff, so that we moved away from like the aesthetic stuff more towards health. So I'm thinking of like the vaginal steaming, right?
Yeah.
Which
The
you
egg.
can do too. The egg, yeah. That seems like
Egg. What?
yeah. So Gwyneth Paltrow
Oh, God.
shoves a jade egg up her hoo-hoo, and it's supposed to. It's like, you know, when you're doing your Kegels, right, to help, you know,
She
firm up your
basically,
pelvic
like,
floor.
It's
You just
like a
hold it in
pelvic
there.
floor exercise. It's to like have a weight to have to keep inside.
Hold a little egg inside of you.
And it aligns her chakras at the same time.
Well, that's
It's a
why
wo-
she
it's-
uses jade.
Yeah, you use the jade. There. Oh wait, but there's a new one. There's a better one.
Is it rose quartz? Please tell me it's rose quartz.
It is. I
Tell
think
me
it
what's
is.
the better one.
I'm done. I'm done.
You know your
That's the industry.
crystals, Brandon. You know your
Uh,
crystals.
Do you just like throw some concrete in there?
I know a lot about crystals in the same way I know about Nazis, in that I get weirdly fixated on things that I don't necessarily support or want to know a lot about.
Yeah. You know, it's appropriate that you would bring up Nazis because somebody shoving up a giant jade in their vagina is something I would like to not see. So Nazi,
I thought we were getting like Stool Society on it.
it's totally right there.
Oh, fucking Greg with the fucking dad jokes, huh?
Yeah.
Nazi,
I could totally
want-
see
I want a
Himmler's weird
Nazi.
cult being like, the perfect German woman must contain a jade egg.
Yeah, somewhere in Germany, there's like 100 custom-made jade eggs with HH on them.
Do you think the woman sometimes is saying 99999?
He's like, oh, I can't fit 9, only 3.
I feel like 3 would be.
Damn it, I told you before.
Oh, I got a dirty joke about that, but we
Oh.
can continue on.
Oh, my God.
That kind
many
of
do you think-
reminded me of Ye Olde Horse Joust, which was held by a pope. Yeah, it was I believe it was one of the Borgia popes. Or not Borgia, who was the other Italian Renaissance family? Medici's. think it was one of the Medicis
Hmm.
that became a pope. Let's just say he wasn't very pope-like, and one of the things he did that wasn't very pope-like was he held a event in the Vatican called the Joust of the Whores that included prostitutes participating in a contest to see who could pick up the most chestnuts off the floor without their hands.
Like consecutively, like how many?
I don't know if it was like timed. I've never written, I've never read the account. but-
You're taking deep dives on crystals and the Nazis and not the whores with the chestnuts.
I mean, I read it, but the Wikipedia entry didn't have anything on whether it was timed, or whether it was who could do the most at once. I don't know. It just said
It
that.
didn't go in depth.
Yeah, it just mentioned the whores joust, and that was,
And it's just about the picking up and not the
There were
expel.
apparently other events, but that was the main one. Was they had to pick up chestnuts off the floor.
I don't think I could do that. That sounds tough.
That seems like it involves a lot of pelvic floor exercises and flexibility. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Well, Reagan, practice and get back to us.
Here's the thing though, is I do really like chestnuts and they're very hard to find.
you need to get in.
I need to get a
with the Pope.
chestnut guy. I need to get a guy.
Yeah.
I need to get a chestnut guy.
Get a guy.
Yeah.
But just a guy.
Yeah, I got a chestnut guy.
You should write Francis. Maybe he's. Apparently they've got chestnut guys.
Black market chestnuts. What are you gonna use these chestnuts for? None of your damn
Really,
business.
You can sell them on eBay and just kind of imply a slightly used chestnut.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, we've just discovered the new feet pics.
The new fetish. Slightly used chestnuts.
Warmed and moistened.
I mean, would it be moistened though? That doesn't sound too fun.
Well, not after you get it, right? Because it would dry out. I wonder if there'd still be like a residue, right?
Well, no, I just meant.
Also, you really can't be doing that because that's gonna mess with the pH.
Yeah,
You can get an
that's
infection.
definitely gonna have some
Yeah.
some effects.
You want yeast? That's how you get yeast. Nobody wants
right.
that.
That's how
We're
you
talking
eat.
like the 1500s. Jesus, we don't even have antibiotics to help deal with it.
Ugh.
If we
Miserable.
were to just take the first 20 minutes of every episode and put it into a mashup, we'd get a lot of fun things.
What?
Antibiotics can cause yeast infections
Yes.
Yes.
just from throwing everything off, right?
Yup.
Yeah.
I know this.
Because it destroys all the bacteria, including the
Because
good
I got
bacteria.
it.
Yeah.
You got your yeast.
I
Oh.
got my yeast infection because they gave me the cheap antibiotics when I asked them for the Z-Pack.
Oh, you got a yeast infection?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought that was only a chick thing.
Oh no, you
No,
can
no.
you can get one as a man, and you can also contract it from a woman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's actually the most
Yeah.
common way for
Mhm.
men to get a yeast
Yeah.
infection.
That's why you
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
I mean, where
It
what
happened to me
area
when I
of
was
yeast infection
younger.
affects Man.
When I was a younger
There
dummy
are
man.
primarily
I
three
thought I had
locations, Derek, that
I thought I
you
had
could
an,
get a yeast
I thought I had an
infection from.
STD. I was
Yep.
scared.
I mean, technically it was. You got, it's not a disease. What is it? Bacteria?
This is
Yeah,
bacteria.
it's an infection. So it'd be actually it would fit the modern definition because I think they call them STIs now.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. We just called
Aaron,
it itchy.
what's
We just
the-
called it itchy dick.
The old
What's the third area, though?
Or depending on the
You-
infection, the weepy.
You
the old,
can
the
you
old
can get
weepy dick.
you
Oh yeah.
you can get oral yeast infections.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, "What's the third area?" Because I was like, "Dick balls."
Yeah, thrush.
asshole.
Thrush is an
Yeah.
oral yeast infection,
Yep.
isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It can be, yeah. But yeah, itchiest butthole of my life.
Yeah.
It really sucked. Could you just like you're just like you couldn't get through your day. You couldn't do shit without looking very inappropriate all goddamn day.
Is
You
it-
go to the
is it-
house, you can scoot your asshole along your carpet.
So bringing it all the way around. Is it bleached butthole of your life?
It probably would have helped.
Okay, now wait. Now you've brought up something.
A memory?
No, it's a
Mental
question.
memory? Oh.
A quandary, if you were. If you had a yeast infection on your anus, would bleaching be an effective treatment?
Technically,
Bleach kills anything.
I know,
yeah,
right?
bleach kills everything.
Have we found a medicinal use for anal bleach?
I'm pretty sure bleach helps with coronavirus. That's what I was told.
This life hack has been brought to you in part by Terrestria.
Yeah. I remember having a conversation with somebody when that first came out, and I'm like, of course bleach kills coronavirus. It kills everything.
Yeah.
It kills anything living. So it's going to kill you too. That's the problem.
It's the same with.
How bad would that be?
And it's the same with hydrogen peroxide. It kills
Actually,
fucking everything.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Actually, the newer bleach, unless you buy the like smaller bottles that they'll like say concentrated on them, the concentrated formula is the old formula, and the new formula actually contains a lot more water for that exact reason, because they were basically like, oh, this is really caustic. So, yeah, if you look at the labels, you can actually see one is listed like lists, the big long list of things it disinfects, and the other one not so much, and that's basically because the one is the one from your childhood you remember that you could pour it on something. It was like, oh, it's dead now.
All right, Reagan, where'd we leave off? Session.
From bleach assholes.
Speaking of bleached assholes, Reagan. I'm kidding.
I would never. I have a perfect asshole. Thank you very much.
Well, it doesn't. Maybe he wasn't implying that you have one so much as you are a blonde and kind of an asshole.
That's nice. I'm just one of the assholes here, and that's
Yes.
it's special. We're just. Ooh, what is a collection of assholes called? What, cluster?
Assholes.
I think gaggle.
A clusterfuck. A gaggle of assholes.
Okay, I want everyone to think about it and find the best one. What'd you say?
A clench.
Oh, clench of assholes. It's so good. Okay.
I like it.
I also seen a shart. A shart of assholes.
Oh, that's nice.
It's the collective term for arsehole. A
Perfect.
shart.
Good. So,
What I've looked up on a collective bunch of assholes is quote unquote Congress.
Congress, yeah. That makes sense.
Congress of assholes.
I
That's
like
actually.
that.
What is a collective noun for a bunch of assholes? I think the most contemporary current idiom for this noun has something to do with proprietors of the needless gratitude, selfishness, self-serving, destructive government shutdown. I wouldn't go past saying it's Congress.
I like that. No, I think that works
A
quite
congress
well.
of assholes.
There is only one member of the executive branch, and unfortunately, this answer requires a plural. Do the math, and the answer lands somewhere between all of these lines.
Okay.
Are you
Oh my
dying?
Yeah.
What did you just drink?
I just drank it too fast and the bubbles. I'm okay. I drank way too much red wine yesterday. It made me really sad. And then I had nightmares about Ukraine, and I didn't get any sleep, and I slept until like noon today. Very unlike me. So I feel like I'm in a weird place. Okay, so
I never understood when I was younger why, as a much younger man, I was one of those dudes that was like, why do so many women get so emotional when they're drunk? And then I got like day red wine drunk one time, and then I understood. I think that's why, because they're drinking this.
Yeah.
I want to cry. I'm petting a dog and I want to cry.
Yeah.
Why? No, this is a bad drunk.
Yeah.
Where's my rum? I want to be happy. God damn it.
Yeah, I had to go on a walk today to remind myself I'm okay. I'm just getting over the walk. It's fine. Okay.
Cheese with
So we made it to the forest and we met up with all of the forest people, the council, and we were surprised by a drow woman, Carmel, and her fellow named Rentral, who volunteered to help us to storm the castle. And we have Zur, the head of the Servitor people, agreeing to, he's going to lead a squadron of people. So we're trying to, at this point, we need to try to make a plan for how we're going to, I basically storm the castle and try to find, what's his fucking name?
We also should
And
make
kill
sure
him.
that we have fun while doing it.
We should do that. I
It's very important
understand
to have fun while storming the castle.
that Rentral knows a sneaky way in, so that was one thing that we have available to us. So yeah, pretty cool, We're looking forward to it, but yeah, I don't know. I think we just need to make a plan about when and how we're gonna go. Oh, Valor, that's his name, Valor. Sneaky bad guy. Bad guy, we don't like him.
So, after your quick discussion with the equivalent of basically the queen, the drow, do you accept his help?
I know at one point I was going to talk to, I think it was Zor and Robert in the tent, because where they were scheming. Because I still don't fully trust Rentral, because.
Sure.
So I'm leaning towards it because the vibes have been okay so far. But I wanted to talk to the strategery people and figure out what we wanted to do. If we felt like that was a good idea, and, you know, as far as us sneaking in while there's a main force kind of causing a distraction, trying to break in the front.
Okay. So are we like gonna go off somewhere and discuss?
Well, I thought some folks were away from the bonfire where
Right.
Carmel and Rentral had walked up. But yeah, I thought we were gonna go away, and
You guys
we need to finalize the plan for the plan of attack. That's where we left off.
Right, and that's where I leave this to you guys. What do you guys want to do? I mean, here's the deal.
I think we did. I think there were insight checks done, and those of us that did them felt like the dude was legit.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly.
That's what I remember
I did
as
like
well.
a 20-some. I rolled a high 20s or something like that, and I felt like he was being honest at least. Yeah.
And mind you, I will reiterate this because I started thinking about it as I was building. Camo puts you takes you to your side, Capella, and proceeds to tell you that if you do go that path with him joining with you guys, she feels that she would be better off being in the fight. Area of effects, things like that. She feels like she'd better being on the front and she feels that with all of you guys plus him would be more than enough. And she has to weigh in and do her part. As much as she would love to join you guys, but it's really your choice.
Do we have somebody else that could do Pass Without a Trace? Because I think we were thinking stealth, right?
Well, Pass Without a Trace lasts like an hour, right?
Yeah, but I thought you needed to be near the person. Maybe not.
You could.
If not, then yeah, who cares?
She could cast it before you guys, right before. So if that's a problem, she can do that.
Yeah, I think it might apply to whoever's within the range right off the bat. I'd have to look it up again.
Well, and what is Rentrell is a rogue. So does he have?
He doesn't have magic like that.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Same
right.
with
But if
me.
she could cast it on it
Not
and then we could go on our merry way, then that would work.
Right. And the way, okay. Well, that's sad. That makes me sad to not have Camo with me.
But it makes sense.
It
Yeah, it
does.
says each creature you choose within 30 feet of you get it for an hour. So yeah, you don't have to stay within that.
Yeah, it doesn't say that she has to stay. They have to stay together.
Let's stay together.
Because it's not even a cast concentration. Oh, it is a concentration, but yeah. So she would have to keep concentration, but we should be able to move away from her, do our thing.
But she can do other stuff in the battlefield that would be much more useful
Yeah.
for her people and for everyone involved.
No, it makes sense, and especially if we're wanting her to be considered the new leader, she should be leading the majority of people, and not just
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And she's trusting in you to lead forward this group. I mean,
Okay. Okay. I think I would just, yeah, I understand, but am sad, but I'm keeping my feelings to myself. The way in that the drow know, is it like through what is it? Is it just like through like a
it's a secret
tunnel?
it is a secret tunnel that leads through.
Secret tunnel.
Because there's no real sewer system since the castle moves.
Right. Yeah, it's magic. Okay.
It's more or less a flying city, more or less, in a lot of ways too.
Yeah.
So if that's the intent, she quickly bows out and says, "Good luck, all of you. Meet me when you are ready. I have to go talk to the warring parties. We have to move forward."
Okay.
She leaves you
can I
guys
get-
to yourselves.
Yeah, can I get our little party together?
Sure. I've assumed that you
Not
guys are...
Rentrall yet.
No.
Is Taliesin still bothering the doctor and Basil? I would hope so. He's so smart. He just wants to learn.
He's kind of moved away from that moment.
Okay.
He's more focused on the task at hand.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd want to gather our little group together and just say, okay, Camo's gonna go and lead the main group. Are we still feeling good about Rentrall leading us through the tunnels to go and try to find Valor? Again, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this.
I feel good about it. as long as we're confident in our stealth. What do we have information as to what the layout is, like where it's going to take us and that sort of thing?
He
I assume.
Yeah, he knows where to
would.
go. Once you get inside Capella, you would know
Mm-hmm.
where to go.
Well, I think I'd like to hear that if we can, right? Like what's it going to be like? You know, where are we coming out? Like what's the room we're coming out in, that kind of thing.
Okay, so you're basically going to be coming out of what looks like a cellar or storage of foods and stuff like that, but it's a secret passage through there.
Okay. And it's going to be, you said cellar, so is it coming out in a basement floor?
Into the kitchen area.
Into the kitchen? Okay.
So it leads up the stairs to the kitchen area. It's where they'll store like the goods that could spoil if it's in the dark, you know, potatoes and stuff like that.
So Capella, what sort of things are near the kitchen? Like what rooms? Is it near like the armory, the great hall, whatever? Like, you know, just so that we know what's nearby.
Well, if it's
She
putting
would
us
know,
out,
right?
yeah, if it's putting out into the kitchen, and I know that we're probably heading to the main throne room,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess just what's on the way there, and are there multiple paths to get there?
There are multiple paths to get there because servants need multiple places to go.
Is there a path that is more like a reserved for the servants?
Yes, there are several that are just reserved to servants, including several doorways that are quite hidden, not like secret or anything. It's just the servants will go through those passages instead and be as unintrusive as possible.
Because I feel like that would be our best bet, right? Try to go through some of these servant passages and encounter as few people as possible. That's our best bet for if we want to stay quiet, I would think.
Mm-hmm. But I will tell you that to get into the throne room itself, there's the only entrance into the throne room is that main entrance, and that's really it.
Okay. Are there windows in the throne room?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So that's kind of the plan, to get through the kitchen cellar up into the kitchen and through the servant panel doors to get to the throne room.
And the drow is saying that nobody knows about this.
This passage through the cellar, no one knows about it.
I didn't know about it.
Now, whether he knows, because now that he works with the drow, that could be different. All he knows is what he knows, you know. He can't promise that they won't be seen or get caught, but he feels this would be the safest way.
Right.
Right.
Anything else you guys wanted to discuss before moving forward?
When is the right time to go? Is there a better time? Probably not. That's probably just...
So the plan here is, and we'll get into the discussion here, is you head back into the space. They have all these, like, this meeting tent now where they're all meeting with a mapping of the battlefield, more or less. And they start talking a little bit here and there. You start to hear, you know the language, Capella, because they start speaking in their normal tongue. But you hear one word, and you know what it is. But as you guys are talking, they're talking about the Pixies doing something they've done a long time ago. And it's like a last-ditch effort, and it's pretty gruesome. But they feel this would be the best way to create the distraction needed, on top of also creating that high front that they need, that strong front. Capella, go ahead and give me a history check. 15. This is enough for you to kind of figure out that Pixies plan to polymorph into large creatures. Not themselves, but another creature. And you hear them talking about these. Like the best translation you can get is terror lizards.
So they're saying terror lizards, but I would recognize that to be something else.
The common term is Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That's what Tyrannosaur translates to.
Yes, terror lizard.
Now, somebody is
translates to
suggesting
Yeah.
that the Tyrannosaurus Rex, as we know it, is probably 3 different dinosaurs. I read that today.
I kind
Which-
of want to give the Tyrannosaurus Rex a grabber arm and be like, ha!
I have grabber arms because I am short. Okay. Excellent. Okay. That's horrifying, but great. Good plan. Excellent.
So what they plan to do is the big plan is the Pixies are going to polymorph the brownies into T-Rexes. And then the Pixies themselves are going to go invisible.
I like this plan. It's a good plan.
On second thought, let's not go there. 'Tis a silly place.
As you know, if you read further in D&D history, in 5e lore, druids in 5e have done this in the game. They'd summon pixies, turned their entire party into T-Rexes, and then made the pixies go invisible.
Yep. Because there are spells that can let you summon the pixies, and the pixies themselves can cast polymorph.
Yeah.
And then you just make them go invisible, so then they can't drop concentration, and then
Mhm.
your whole party is Tyrannosaurus Rexes. Trust me, I've thought about doing it to Aaron, but I'm not that mean. I read the same lore.
Yep.
And okay, great. It's horrifying and I like it.
Yeah, they have what's called superior invisibility. They turn invisible until it's concentrated. The pixie magically turns invisible until its concentration ends, as if concentrating on a spell. And the equipment the pixie carries is also invisible. The thing is, polymorph is not a concentration.
Concentration spell. Yeah.
So
Hey,
they
Greg.
just turn them into T-Rexes, go invisible.
Polymorph was a concentration. Huh.
No,
Camera's really.
I never use it.
What was up?
it fixed it now. It fixed itself.
You're good.
You were blurry for a
They
second.
put your hand over your camera to reset your camera, but it fixed on its own.
It's weird.
Nope, it is not a concentration.
Huh.
Superior
All right.
invisibility is.
And when and when are we planning to do this? / Does anybody have like what is that thing? The Heroes Feast thing? Is that a
I
thing?
don't think we have access to that yet.
Do
Okay.
not.
It's pretty.
Too high
Yeah,
of a level.
it's pretty high level stuff.
Okay.
And honestly, I think the only person in the party that would even get access to it is the cleric.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's just cleric, paladin, and druid, maybe?
Would it be
think druid-
paladin?
Just the divine.
Yeah. Because I don't think paladins ever get spell slots that high.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think they get that high of spell slots. Huh? Maybe it is just clerics.
Yeah, I think it's just cleric paladin or
druids.
cleric druid, right?
Huh?
Unless maybe bards could get it, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
think
gonna say maybe.
Well, they can with magical secrets, obviously, but I don't know if they can. I don't know if it's in their spell list by its like.
so. What's magical
naturally.
secrets?
In 5e, bards at 10th level can choose spells from another class to add to their spell list.
Any class,
y-
yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm sorry, 10 and 14. And if you pick lore as your subclass, you also get one at 6th. That's part of the reason why a lot of people like lore bards in 5e is because you get 3. Well, technically you get 6 because you get 2 every time you use magical secrets, but you get 3 uses of magical secrets, which means you can just cherry pick from. Although there is a raw, and depending on DM rule, each time you pick, you're limited to one class. Like you can't I'm gonna pick this, cleric spell and this warlock spell.
No, I think
Yeah.
I think that rule's kind of stupid. You get the magical secrets. The best part of it is being able to pick whatever spell you want.
Yeah, whatever you want.
No other spellcaster can fucking do that. So like,
the magic of song.
yeah, and suddenly now you have an eldritch blasting, bard, who
Yeah.
can finally do counter spell. So
That's pretty much. I happen to love the lore bard.
Yep.
It's my favorite class,
Mhm.
and I will not play it without using one of my magical secrets to get counter spell. That's
Mhm.
one of my favorite things about it. It's like mine.
So, once you guys decide this is what you're gonna do, the what was his name? Renthal, right?
Rental. Yeah.
Rental.
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 No, Rental. Rental.
He's a rental.
Rental?
He's a
I'm a
rental.
cop here, rental.
Layaway, motherfucker.
He proceeds to go to you. He comes to you guys and goes, "You're going to need this," and hands you guys 4 potions.
You have my axe. Oh, thanks.
Sounds like the beginning of
It's a potion of axe spray. What?
What?
That's awful.
That's awful.
Horrible.
That's a great offensive weapon. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. When you put it that way.
Sounds like a good
Um,
gas cloud
yeah.
AoE.
He goes,
It will keep the people away that you want close, but will draw the people near that you don't want in your realm.
In your realm.
Hey.
The drow hands you these vials and proceeds to go, "My people have a tendency to use poisons on their weapons."
sleep. Anti-sleep potion.
Nope, potions of poison resistance.
Well, because because drow usually use the sleep poison.
Mm-hmm.
We need potions of boost our fucking wisdom for every fight in the area.
So you guys gain resistance to poison damage for an hour having this.
Just 4 of us.
Just 4. Yeah.
That's all he had on him.
Is Tony's character able to do anything for poison damage?
You know what? Let me pull him up. That's the thing I forgot to do. I forgot.
If he's prepared for it, then yes.
Yes, he can.
Should be able to.
You could prepare for it. 1 minute.
I forgot to pull up his character sheet. If you get paid. Opal.
Oh.
The only bad thing is I cannot edit his spell sheet.
Yeah.
I thought Aaron fixed that last time. It's still not happening?
I don't think
It's
there's a
just
way
not
to
a
fix
thing.
that.
Oh.
Is there? I was say.
No, I think it
I was
can
say. I
only
just
be
think it's
assigned
not a
one
thing that
person.
Beyond will let you do.
No, right.
Yeah, only the
Okay,
DM and the character can do it.
Gotcha.
You can cast spells and stuff like that. You just can't like legit edit anything.
Yeah, but Aaron can.
Yeah.
What can I do?
I was
You
just
can
saying
edit
that I
his
can't.
characters.
I can't edit Tony's spells. I always forget. I get in here and Beyond doesn't let you
I can though.
edit his spell list. But what were you asking if he could do?
Isn't there like a cure poison spell?
Doop doop doop. Let me look.
There is.
I think lesser restoration cures
Lesser
poison.
well.
Yes, it does.
I don't
I
feel
thought
like
there
there
was-
is a cure poison specific spell.
Is it? No. Oh, I thought there was, but
Like there might be one that protects against it though, or something
maybe
like
I'm
that.
thinking of some ability that the
He has
Paladin
resistance
has.
that he can cast at will.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like who should
There's
be
a spell
getting it
protection from poisoned.
Yeah,
to
right.
see if-
protect.
if he can either fix it so that some people get it, some people don't. Should he be the one to get it? He probably doesn't though, right? Because he's got the.
He may be
I
at a
know.
level where he doesn't get. He basically. Well, he's a dwarf.
Okay.
So he already
I found
has.
it. He can get protection from poison, which can either be used to neutralize the poison,
Which level?
like if somebody's
Oh,
it's
that's what I thought. Yeah.
second
Okay.
level.
Oh, I didn't know you could use it to
Yeah,
neutralize.
it
Cool.
gets rid of them if they're active.
Yeah, if they're active, it gets rid of them, and it also, for the duration, which is 1 hour, the target has advantage on saving throws against being poisoned and resistance to
Mhm.
poison damage.
I think I used that on my druid. That's the only reason I knew about it.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I prepared
What
for
level
you.
is that?
Level 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not terribly high.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I prepared it for him. He had an open slot anyway, so that he didn't prepare a spell. So,
Nice.
so he
It
now.
was fate.
Yeah.
It was fated.
But he also has lesser restoration. But yeah, so it can the condition can be blind, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. So he can use that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. I think those are actually the only 2 spells that remove the poison condition. Well, 3 I should say, because there's also a restoration. But
You can wish it away.
I don't know. Maybe
4.
like how about like a greasy cheeseburger usually works.
Mm.
What's the spell that like gives you like you can boost somebody's stats or give them advantage when they're rolling with those stats?
Oh,
That's
crap.
the cleric and stuff. He needs. That
Oh,
one, and
uh,
can you cast wisdom on?
It's-
half of them, please?
It's like I think it's different for every stat. It has a different name, right?
It is.
Yeah,
it's a
hold
different-
on.
Yeah, like blessing of the something for one thing and or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like each
actually
of them is an
think-
animal or something.
Mm-hmm.
Bless, you can bless up to 3 creatures.
It's not bless. That's the one I looked up. I thought because I think the conditions of the other spell are called like blessing of the hawk or something for like for sound. It's a cleric spell though.
Okay.
It's a pretty low level spell.
So who should get the potions?
Well, Tony is
I say
a
Tony's
dwarf.
already resistant.
Yeah, Tony's a dwarf, so already has resistance.
And who has low armor class? And/or is likely to be in front.
I very stupidly get in front as the wizard, but I have an 18 AC.
I will have an 18 AC when I go into Blade Song.
15.
Okay.
All right,
so I
we
think-
found our first candidate.
Right. Yeah. Trevolo is number 1.
I'm a 17 AC, but I'm usually pretty good at staying out of the.
Or away.
Yeah, right. I don't plan to be super close either.
Yeah.
I feel like I still want one, just because I don't want to be.
Yeah, I think it's me, you, Trevlo, and whoever we think is the last candidate. Because you actually, well, no, because he's already got resistance. I was gonna say because it's normally me, you, and the cleric up front. But Tony's already got resistance.
Yeah.
So yeah, if one of you faraway shooty people want to take one, you can decide which one of you wants to take it. But
Rock, paper, scissors. Can roll a d2.
No, you just play rollies. You roll d20 and see who gets highest.
Do it. Do it.
My AC is only 16.
Mine's 17, and I also have. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter for poison, like the dodgy shit. Can't think of their names.
Uncanny
dodge. And...
Yeah, and the other one.
Yeah, we can roll. I don't really care.
I don't really. You can take it. You got lower AC than me. Go for it.
Robert gets it.
Yep.
Trevlo Capella, Dr. Robert get the poison resistance.
Evasion and uncanny dodge.
So we're drinking that beforehand.
That's up to you guys. He just presented it to you guys.
You said it works for an hour, right?
It works for an hour.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we would go through the passage, right? When we get to the kitchen, we quaff.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Quaff.
Quaff time.
And the delivery times are pretty shitty with the snow out there.
Dinner.
Yeah.
The Dindins.
Well, it's funny because actually I looked. DoorDash is the only one delivering. The other two are like pickup only, like for Uber Eats and Grubhub. They're not even doing delivery. They pause deliveries because of the snow.
Wow. So, you hear this plan going on. The next set of plans there is you start talking to them about how to get close to the castle prior. The plan is to actually have several of you guys, well, all of you, go invisible. And actually take a ride.
A magic carpet ride?
Nope. On a T-Rex.
Oh, we're gonna ride the T-Rex!
Oh,
Oh, how cute!
It's not just one T-Rex. There's going to be like 12 T-Rexes running down.
Oh, we each get to ride a T-Rex!
T-Rex stands for Turbo Rex.
Turbo Rex.
Motherfuckers are fast.
Oh god, it just reminded me of Letterkenny and the Meta Knights, and he goes, "These fuckers are fast." They may not be smart, but they know how to run.
Okay.
So, because at this point, several of you all could probably fit on a T-Rex.
Okay, I was gone for a minute. What's happening? We're riding T-Rexes in?
We will be riding invisible. We will invisibly be riding in on T-Rexes.
Turbo Rexes.
T-Rexes
Surprise!
invisible? Were we invisible? Are we all invisible?
The plan is everyone to be invisible.
Mm-hmm.
How fun! Could you imagine being snuck up on by a bunch of fucking weirdos riding T-Rexes?
Are they stealthy creatures?
No, the whole point is
Or-
that they're going to be paying so much attention to these T-Rexes, they won't be seeing you. You're visible on top of their backs. They're not going to be seeing you. So they assume the safest place you'll be is on the backs of them.
correct me if I thought they were going to a different area than us. I thought the T-Rexes were front gate and we were...
Yes, but you have to
Secret
find a way to get there.
The wall, so to speak.
So this is how we basically get to the wall without being seen, is what you're saying?
Yes,
the
so
plan.
you're going to be going through the battlefield, and then what's going to happen is Camo or someone else in the battlefield that you know of is going to then dimension door you guys to the right location. But you have to get a little bit closer.
Oh, see, I thought we were always going to be sneaking off to the side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same
me too.
here. Well, it doesn't dimension door only brings 2 people. The caster and one other.
Okay, whatever.
Teleportation.
There's teleportation or something. I don't know. I'm trying to make this interesting so you can visually see this thing going on.
Magic.
She could
Pew,
use
pew.
the tree spell.
That's actually true. Yeah.
Travel via plants.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's teleportation.
We could just all run right through it.
Yeah, the only one that druids get is transport via plants.
They do
Those
not
different
have
people.
transport by. She doesn't have that spell. Unfortunately, she's not high enough level.
Well, maybe Milestone XP gave her like 5 levels last session.
But I just want to give you guys an experience, so
We want to experience the T-Rexes. We do.
Oh no, if we're talking strategery, then I would still think
Strategery.
that us not being anywhere near the heart of the battle would be the best option, even if we're invisible and on T-Rexes.
okay.
Well, that's what I was anticipating this whole time.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a fun bonus to get to see the T-Rexes. Can somebody just take like a video for us? Can somebody like live stream the battle?
Well, you guys won't see it, so anyways. So if you're intended not to involved and just try to do a roundabout way, we can do that. That's fine.
I think that's what we should do.
Okay.
But I do want you to tell us about the T-Rexes.
So,
Do they have... I imagine brownies have squeaky little voices, right? Do the T-Rexes also have squeaky little voices? Or do they get to use the full force
yeah,
of the
yeah,
T-Rex?
they turn into T-Rexes fully. I mean, they can't speak as a T-Rex, so...
And if you get polymorphed by somebody else, you also take on the mental characteristics.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting.
Can the doctor still ride on the Tyrannosaurus?
Okay, how about this? We'll ride on the T-Rex out. Is that okay?
I want to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex riding time wizard. That sentence is too cool not to make happen.
Well, then do you want to be a part of the front? Or you don't have to go with us. You can go be up front with Camel and all them.
Yes, split the party.
I like doing that. I like splitting the party. It's fun. It's exciting.
This is why
I mean,
Reagan
if
and
we
I
had
get
split the
along.
Party. Let's go back to, are there windows in the throne room? I'll be that legit sniper sitting out in the woods sniping through the windows.
Well, see, that's why I asked, because it could be fun to have, you know, the windows.
We could just all spider climb up the castle wall and jump in through the windows.
As long as it's not a drain pipe, baby.
To be fair, Aaron, the doctor's strategy he's wanted to use is find a way to open a gate for the frontliners to increase the amount of threat and chaos that they're posing to our target. Because if you want something to not pay attention to you trying to kill it, make it more afraid of something else killing it. So, you know, if you want to help me figure out a way for the doctor to ride a Tyrannosaurus Rex into battle so he can breach the wall, I'm down. Let's do this. Split the party.
This is really up to you guys. If you want to split the party, we can. I could see, like, Dr. Kazim and, like, Basil Basil on a T-Rex sniping people off of it.
I
Do you
mean,
want to be
now that
on a
you mentioned
T-Rex,
the-
Chris?
I could care less about that, but just strategically going in and opening the gate and letting that army in is definitely something I would be down for. Like he said, to cause a bigger diversion than ants outside.
Hey, look what's
the wall.
happening at the walls outside. It's
Yeah.
oh god, they're here to kill us.
Yeah, them getting in definitely ups the fear factor for whoever's inside the keep.
I just feel like, especially you and I would have an experience with something like that to be like, oh, if we really want this guy to not pay any attention to what we're doing, we need him to be
Yeah.
very terrified of something else.
Do it. Let's do it.
I mean, we could try just a legit stealth mission to open the gate.
And that's
No, T-Rexes.
Well, no, but yeah,
We
we'd
would still
have to be
ride
the
in on
front line,
T-Rexes.
Yeah, because that's one where we'd be in the front line, not coming in through the side door.
The only thing I know is that my original plan of trying to teleport in, we found out that the castle was warded, so we would have to
Do
find.
you have Dimension Door?
I don't have. I do have Dimension Door actually, and I also have. Oh God, what is it called?
Could that be a reason to keep it to just two of us? Because we could theoretically just try to
Yes.
Dimension Door the fuck out of there if shit goes wrong.
I can do Dimension Door, and if it's just you, I can also use Vortex Warp, which is basically like a one-person teleportation, but it's not. I can't use it on myself. I can only use it on a target.
Oh.
So yes, I technically have two different ways to get out. It's just one of them only you would get out.
I'm good with whatever you guys decide.
I'm all for riding a Tyrannosaurus and trying to open the gate. That sounds amazing. Also, it means you'll have two different narratives to play with, which also sounds fun. So
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound fun to you, Aaron? Or does it sound like
Usually
we're
very
causing you
against splitting
problems?
the party, but in this instance, it sounds.
We're going towards the same destination,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
So
if I get my first character death, well, I shouldn't say my first character death. My last character died as well. But if I get my first legit character death, riding a T-Rex into battle,
Fine.
I'm fine with that.
It would be my
The
second
Doctor's
character
earned
death.
his place in Valhalla just from that. It's fine.
It would be my second character death and the second time that I was split away from the party while dying.
Okay, but
this time
how
you have
about
a
can we be
friend?
positive?
You're not
Can
gonna
we
die
please
by
just
yourself
keep
this
it
time.
positive that it's gonna be great? You're gonna ride it on a T-Rex and you're gonna look badass as heck, and it's
I
gonna
don't really
be great.
care anyways, because I'm one of those D&D players that enjoy creating characters so much that if I had to start a new one, I would just enjoy the process.
I was gonna say, yeah, I am looking at it positively, which is the worst thing that can happen is my character dies riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex, so
Mm-hmm.
we're good. We're gold here.
I like
Battle
it.
buddies go out
Okay.
and blaze the glory.
Well, and that makes a smaller party sneaking to the side, which is potentially better. Except for we've got Tony, who's loud, but it's fine.
Well,
We'll work on
technically,
it.
you could have Tony join them.
Well, again, this
We're
goes
also
back to
sneaking.
a two-man group.
Whoever he comes
sneaking
with.
in
Oh
and being
yeah,
able
I
to
also can't
dimension
dimension door
out.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could teleport him and then dimension door us, but
That's
I don't
true.
know how much that burns of your resources.
I would just take 2 spell slots. It would just take 2 actions.
Well, but I like the idea of having Tony with us to be able to do like healing stuff since we don't have
Yeah.
camo. So
Yeah.
if
You guys are
it's
more. You're looking for a fight. We're trying to avoid a fight.
But-
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And also,
sneaky.
let me look. I might be able to. I don't know if I have to be present with him for my features to work, but let me look.
Darik, what do you think? How do you feel about this plan? You love it?
What's up?
What do you think?
If I can ride on a dinosaur and
No, 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 no. You're coming with us. You're sneaking in with us. You're not going to ride the dinosaurs. You can ride the dinosaur after.
this plan sucks.
He's like the little kid at the medieval fair that's like, I want to ride the camels.
No, I'm sorry.
This is-
I
this is
cannot
ca-
use
very
my
in
normal
character,
trick to
though.
help Tony be less clanky. So.
I thought we were gonna have. I thought Camo was gonna do the pass without a trace.
It's true. You guys want to pass without a trace, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. He just is still. He's a loud guy.
Yeah, but even
It's-
if he rolls like a 7, that'll be 17 because it's a plus 10.
Right.
Okay.
Like the pass without trace gives me a plus 21.
So it's okay. Capella, Opal, Robert, Trevlo, and then Rentroll.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaking. The rest go with the T-Rexes. I think this is gonna be great.
Well, as long as I get to complain about not riding a dinosaur the whole entire time.
It's fine.
Actually, I think that's perfect for a
Very in
character who's in like
character.
his late teenage years.
Whiny teenager.
You're like in literal
Pouting.
danger for your life, and like, why do they get to ride the fucking T-Rex?
I want to ride the T-Rex. I'd be really good at riding T-Rex.
We'll talk about that quietly as we sneak in.
Okay, Treplo. Okay, I know. You've made your frustration clear. It's not gonna happen. You can do it afterward, though. You can ride the T-Rex afterward. Is that okay?
Yeah, everyone tells me that.
He
Afterwards.
just puts
I
his
mean,
earbuds
I mean,
in and
it'll be a
on.
brownie, but
I was gonna say, wait, that's actually, thank you for bringing that back up, Greg, because I just realized if the brownies are turning into T-Rexes, does that mean that there are gonna be people who get eaten by brownies?
Technically, yes.
Payback. I mean, not really that kind of brownie, but payback.
So, with that in mind,
Did we fuck up all your shit, Aaron?
not completely,
Sorry.
but I do need. Why don't we go ahead and take a break now? Because I need at least 10, 15 minutes to rearrange some things, which is fine.
To be fair, what Aaron got is Chris and I think, will be somewhat following the original plan. But now he has to come up with whatever the fuck you guys are gonna be doing.
no, I thought we were doing.
No, the
what,
original.
what the original plan was.
The,
No, Aaron was gonna have us all write in on the T-Rexes, and I thought we were sneaking separately from the main fight, and so that's what I've.
Now it's all happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
now-
both. It's a compromise. It's a compromise.
So we're gonna take 15 minutes for me to gather my thoughts and make sure that we can kind of do a back and forth thing, and make sure that Chris and Brandon have something solid to do. So, give me 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll get back into it. How's that sound? right, and we're back to cause more havoc here.
Wake up, Derek!
Derek, nap time's over.
He got startled. You guys, you gotta sing him awake.
Poor Derek's had a
Just
long week from hell.
Jump into it. Buddy, you okay? Do you need a cup of tea? You need a snack? What do you say? He's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You want me fluff pillow?
Want me fluff pillow?
He's getting he's finding his moment before. He's finding his angst.
Where are we back on fluffers?
Whoa, whoa!
I thought we.
When were we on Fluffers?
No, I'm sorry. You're right. I was confused. I was bleaching assholes and fluffers. I got all mixed up. And I'm sorry.
It's a messy world out there. It's a lot.
Hey, you know, it's
We were talking about porn stars bleaching
Prep work.
assholes.
Yeah, you know.
Right. So I got confused. Fluffing and
The
bleaching.
Fluffers
and
wouldn't have
waxing.
bleached assholes, though, right? I mean, they're not on camera.
No,
That
but they
feels
might
like
appreciate.
extra.
They might appreciate.
Maybe they
bleached
do it.
assholes, though. Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they bleach. It's
A
Yeah.
little bit of extra cash, right?
Yeah,
It's part of
right.
it's the side gig.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, this is the conversation.
They bring
No.
their kit with them to the shoot. Yeah.
yeah, they can right.
Little touch up before you go on camera.
That's
I
right.
mean, what do you need? Bleach and a cotton pad, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's probably a pretty specific type of bleach.
Is it maybe like a gel, like a topical gel?
Yeah, so I think it's got to be some sort of like topical cream.
It's
I'm guessing.
butthole bleach.
Butthole bleach.
Aaron, can you look it up for us? I don't want to put that in my search history.
Oh god, that's like
Somebody's
not even
gotta
the worst
take
thing I've looked up this week. Here, give me a second.
Somebody's got to take it to the team.
There is an anal bleaching guide 101.
What's the
There you
first
go.
step?
No, it's an ad, so I'm not
All
gonna
right.
pick the ad.
R.I.P. your newsfeed. The next or your ads.
Oh yeah, my AdSense is gonna get real weird for a minute.
We shouldn't even be talking about it.
It's true. I'm sure our phones are all listening.
Oh, Brandon.
Don't worry, you're about to be as horrified as I am.
So it's either
One of the first results I just got is anal and vaginal bleaching cream.
yeah,
Oh, sure.
yeah, it's a cream or a chemical peel.
Oh, I've had chemical peels on my face.
You
Not
wanna talk about fucking up the pH balance? Jesus Christ.
And,
Why?
and then someone just
Leave your
says,
vagina
okay,
alone. It's
yeah.
beautiful just as God made it.
You can also opt for laser treatment.
lace.
Oh,
What?
laser.
What'd you say?
Laser.
Laser. Oh,
Laser.
I thought you said lace. I was like, lace? We're doing
And-
designs now with the bleach?
No, it's short for LASIK. So if your vagina doesn't see 20/20, you can get it corrected. It's good. It helps.
Yeah, it says, okay, but why? And someone had to write this sentence down because sometimes your butthole needs a glow up.
Wait, did you say but why?
Yeah.
But why?
But why? That's why.
But why?
It's just, it's there are so many insecurities in the world, and that's just not one.
You're not
There are
looking at
bigger
it.
things to worry about.
I agree.
You're not looking at it.
Well, that probably depends on how big your butthole is. You know?
Hey, Aaron, can you look up
you guys don't
biggest?
keep a full length mirror in your house
Biggest,
just for that?
no, I'm not going any further here with any Google searches.
Aaron!
There's a line you won't cross.
God.
You finally found it.
World's biggest butthole. Oh, it's Trump.
Specifically his mouth, which does kind of look like a puckered anus.
Well, it is a sphincter, right? Your mouth is
No.
one of the like 7 sphincters in your
Yeah.
body.
Yep.
And I mean, because of the fake tan lines, it's like it's bleached.
It,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
How
Oh
big
my
of
God,
how big of
sir.
an asshole is he? Is he a 9?
Sorry, I currently have a
9 jade
land
egg?
seal in my
Or-
lap.
What?
I have a land seal in my lap.
Oh,
I'm
I want to
Gotta
see the
get
big
that
head.
blockhead.
Oh.
Alright.
Lancio.
There's actually a world
Very
record.
scary.
For the biggest butthole?
It's for the biggest bottom.
You said you weren't gonna look it up, Aaron.
Well, that's
That's
for the world's biggest
his
ass.
butt, yeah.
That's not the world's largest anus.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I imagine the world's largest anus belongs to the blue whale.
Oh.
Do you know
Now what about? So I feel like that's
Scale.
fair. But I like the what's the ratio, right?
That's
The,
what, yeah. It's the largest by sheer size, but what's the
Yes.
largest by scale?
Right.
Yeah, like what's animal the
Oh,
anus
come on.
comprises the largest percentage of its body mass?
The obvious answer for anybody who asks that question is your mom.
Is do you know why the ocean's so salty?
Why?
Because whales come 500 gallons.
In one time, 500 gallons, one go.
Yep, that's why the ocean's so salty.
How does somebody measure that? How do you capture that to be able to weigh it?
I mean, it only takes one woman.
I mean, does it? 500 gallons?
That doesn't sound scientifically accurate to me.
Oh, she knows.
She knows who she is.
Is it your mom?
Hey, you know what? my mom didn't show up for nothing, okay? Are we streaming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna drink this tea. Shut up.
That was it. Chris just like mic drop.
Oh, I think his food was
can't-
delivered. Thank goodness. I was worried about
Wow. I just read that human butts are actually the largest in the animal kingdom. Butts wise.
That's not surprise.
Oh yeah.
We
We all knew we were the biggest
Glutes,
assholes.
like the
Well, I was gonna say yeah, because those muscles are for standing on our hind legs, so that would make sense. We're one of the few
We
animals that stands on our
value-
hind legs.
a good glute, you know?
Actually, one of the things I've learned about the human race is that part of the reason why we evolved the way we did is that we were endurance hunters,
Mm-hmm.
which basically meant we
We-
would just keep chasing something
Oh.
until it fell down
Until it
dead from
died.
exhaustion.
Yeah, that's
which
Yeah.
is
that's our superpower. Like people,
we were like the Terminator of the animal
Like
universe
Jason.
at one point. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
like Jason, just like the
Jason
walking until it
Myers,
works.
like,
Yeah, like-
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
run
or
slowly
makes a
behind
mistake.
you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ever wonder why like all these animals are so strong and we're not? Like gorillas, they don't work
Yeah.
out, they don't do jack shit, and they could fucking crush you like nothing.
Yeah.
Why? Why are all these animals so fucking strong and humans so fucking weak? And the
Because
answer is because
We
we
have
are
endurance.
super evolved for endurance. Yes,
Yeah.
right. Like
Yeah.
our bodies are more efficient at using that energy, and they're designed to shed muscle as quickly as possible when it's not used. Because like everything about your body is designed to be endurance, long distance. You know, that's our superpower.
And that's
That-
why calisthenics tends to be a really good exercise for us.
So what you're
just
saying
just
is
long
that-
term hold this as long as possible, okay? Oh, we'll add
what
another
you're saying
10
is that
pounds.
Usain Bolt is actually a really shitty human being.
That's also the only way that I work out too.
No, he could
He's
could
one of the
probably
worst.
still run a lot faster than
One of the worst
either of us.
a lot longer, yes.
Right? Yeah, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, even our skin is made perfectly
Canyons
for
are the
that.
ultimate life form.
Our sweat glands are made perfectly for that in our skin.
You
It's
just got really quiet for
I know. But yeah, it's really crazy if you think about it. Yeah, I agree. Like, you know, and then you get weird things like sweating when you're reading textbooks. Fuck you, evolution.
Mm.
I mean, to be fair, that's part of the reason why. Well, I shouldn't say all human beings, because obviously this one. But you know, that's what we have to thank for being mostly hairless. Is
Sweat glands.
we had to sweat and cool ourselves off because of all that shitty running. It's like
the worst
this
thing you ever
monkey
want
will
to
lose
do.
its fur.
it
Except
needs
for
to
those
stay
pesky
cool.
little buttholes, but we can fix that too, and that's okay.
It all comes back
You know
to
what?
butthole.
I would much rather have a human butthole than like a terrifying baboon butthole.
What are you talking about? Baboons' buttholes are beautiful. You wouldn't be showing that off all day. That talk about fans.
Hard
You
pass.
could make so much money. You had a baboon butt?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Your pretty face and that baboon butt.
Let me just tell you something. You're,
baboon ass.
let me just tell you something. You're young yet. Someday your butt could look like that. I'm just gonna tell you. There's time yet.
Well, don't keep holding that
Show
hope.
you what my asshole is like.
Cauliflower.
Again,
The White Yeti
You gotta
strikes
save
again.
it for. You gotta monetize that. You can't just offer to show your butthole to people all the time. You gotta monetize it.
That's why I'm not streaming it right now.
I make about $60 a month off that.
It's a certain value or it's a certain amount of capacity of I don't give a fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Some people just do it for the love, you know?
My thought process is if you're gonna see my asshole, there's no love in this situation.
Interesting.
I don't know, if you're gonna see mine, there's a whole lot of love in that situation.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's my butthole is loved, so I feel okay about it.
That's actually, if you ever want to see one of the funniest moments in any interview ever, there's an interview, it's John Legend and Chrissy Teigen when they were still, if they're not still married, if they might actually still be
They
married,
are.
but-
No, they're together.
but they did an interview, God, I can't remember who it was, but she's talking about, stuff like that, and she was like, I wouldn't want nobody to see my butthole. I don't want nobody to see my and he literally, he's like, I see it every time we do it from behind, right? And she like, whoa!
Huh.
It's amazing. It is one of my favorite interview moments. It's like the most candid, like, celebrity interview moment ever. It's amazing.
He could
They're
have said
cute.
nothing. He
Yeah.
could have said nothing.
Yeah.
But he chose not
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Because he knew he could
Yeah.
get away with
That's
it with
you
her.
know that marriage works well too. Is that there wasn't even hesitation. He literally just turned to her and was like,
I see your butthole all the time. It's good. It's a good one. But now, what if she's feeling insecure about it? Now she
Yeah.
now she knows people looking at it. Now she's worried. Mate, do I gotta wax it? Do I gotta bleach it? Who knows?
Chrissy Teigen's getting targeted ads.
See?
We know one thing about Chrissy Teigen.
Mhm.
God, these conversations. What the fuck?
Now I'll have something in common with Chrissy Teigen.
Oh.
Priority.
She also has an excellent robe collection. I really envy her robes.
That actually sounds like a good thing to have a collection of. I'm not a big fan of collections, but you know what? Comfy robes sound like a good thing to have a stupid
No,
collection. of.
she's very into lounge, full-on loungewear, not like athleisure, full-on
I mean, yeah,
robes and slippers.
I'm also a big fan of the anything but house pants are criminal life. So
Mm-hmm.
Collection of
I just bought my first pair of glasses in years after I got my laser eyes, but they're failing me at nighttime driving. So, ugh. Got a pair of glasses.
Just getting old.
I know, right?
I only have my collection of thumb bones. I'm sorry, I keep those in my trophy room.
Are they human bones?
Well, there's not
What
many.
other animal you know got a thumb?
Koalas.
Yes, I know. There's actually multiple climbing animals that have thumbs. We're just fucking around. Although, is it an actual
Is it-
opposable thumb?
squirrels.
I don't think they're opposable though.
Koalas.
They can't do this. This is what differentiates one of the things. that
Koalas
they-
can. Koalas will. They'll drum gun on you and shove their thumb right up your butthole.
Wow. That's why they call them drop bears.
Wow.
Watch
Because
out.
they're just
Wow.
so
I want to see what comes up in my search history, or in my AdSense ads. Now that my last 2 search terms have been anal bleach and opposable thumbs animals.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably on an FBI watch list now.
I'm already. I know I'm already on a couple of them anyway. I actually got put on the no-fly list at one.
Not only do they have 2, they like us. We only have 2 opposable thumbs. They have 6 of them. 6 opposable
Sorry?
thumbs. They have 6.
Who does?
Koalas
Have 6?
have
Their whole
6.
all their digits are basically opposable thumbs.
Yeah, wow.
They get them all up in there.
I don't like that.
Well, these.
Oh no.
I'm picturing a human with a handful of thumbs, and that is terrifying.
It is.
Actually, a lot of
That's
animals
awesome
do.
nightmare fuel, actually.
It's
That's
really upsetting.
Actually, a lot of animals have opposable thumbs. Apes
Yes,
have
they
them.
do.
Old world monkeys, lemurs, chameleons, koalas, giant pandas, and possums. Giant
Oh,
panda.
possums or just possums?
Just possums.
So basically, climbing animals is what we're.
Okay.
It's a feature of those of us who once swung through trees.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess in the opossum's case, it wasn't really swinging. But
Possums and opossums both.
Oh, okay.
Waxy monkey leaf frogs have them as well.
there's a frog with an opposable thumb.
Mm-hmm.
You know what frog I love? Those little
All right,
milk
now
frogs.
we
They're
gotta-
so cute.
we should get to this fight. 'Cause
I know, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry.
No, it's not you. It's been all of us. Just saying, we gotta call it somewhere.
Does the T-Rex have an opposable thumb?
It just not.
Ooh,
No,
that-
I think they
I
just
mean-
have like.
Even if they did, it would be like up here,
Right.
and they can't really do anything with it.
They've got like a little fucking garden claw.
Would it be
That's-
I think it would actually be really frustrating if it had opposable thumbs. Could you imagine if you had opposable, like you?
So much
normal
potential,
hands,
but,
but if they were right here and about like yay long.
can they even touch their front appendages to each other, or are they too short? Even they could.
No, I think
So
they
they
could.
could like
I think
they
that's
could
actually
twiddle
how
their
they held them.
opposable thumbs if
No,
they
I
had
think
them.
Dinosaurs don't have opposable thumbs because you would just be saying, "Who has two thumbs?"
Oh, now I'm picturing a dinosaur running through the Lake Cretaceous after like a stegosaurus. That should be an adult. That should be a Robot Chicken sketch right there. Only like 8 seconds long, but it's brilliant.
The
What
only
did
thing
you
that
say?
can play is Xbox and console gaming on controller only.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, here's the plan. 5 of you, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 is heading into the castle now. 2 of you are staying back to fend off to basically be the front line, to create a diversion, and to hopefully remove some of the warding, so allow people to teleport in.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking, is that we're helping our own mission, but also essentially decreasing, hopefully, the amount of, fey creatures that get mercilessly slaughtered. I don't want to see too many dead fairies, That's just sad.
So, you see it is early morning. They are preparing at the edge of the trees. You see camo. It looks like she's praying for a moment. But then you see suddenly what appears a steed appears right next to her. She hops onto the steed. She sees the one group. She goes, "Be safe. We will try our best to keep them off you." And she goes, "Well, Mr. Holland, Doctor, we've been charged with opening the doors. I myself will go invisible and be ahead." She then appoints one pixie and one brownie to your side. And she proceeds to tell you guys, once you guys are alerted, the pixie will polymorph the brownie and turn them into this terror lizard. You will proceed to get on their backs and ride. I expect you'll go pretty unscathed throughout. If not, I will keep watch.
My only regret is that no one could see how awesome I am.
And you suddenly see this group behind you, and you see like a bunch of like the, what are they called? I forget what the name of them. The deer.
Servitor.
Yeah, the servitor, and they're hanging back further into the woods as a second tier support. And you hear
The cavalry of deer people.
yes, and you hear and archery. They're very good archers. You hear voices, a voice in your head, and you hear her. It's Camo. As she proceeds to tell, "On my word, we ride."
She's got to cast the Pass Without Trace on us, though, first, right?
She already did.
Oh, she already did. Okay.
As you guys are trenching out the long way around.
Mm-hmm.
You suddenly see her go invisible. Then you hear a voice in your guys' head, "Stay close." Or she says, "I will stay close." Five, 6 minutes go by. And you suddenly hear a horn in the distance.
Rohan says, "Come at last."
On the third day,
On the
look to
third
the
day.
east.
And then you see what looks like some sort of creatures or something coming out of the castle in the distance. Some of them.
Quick
Mhm.
question, Aaron.
Mhm.
With the type of invisibility that Chris and I have on us, if we take an action, will that reveal us?
It would,
Okay.
but you want to use it strategically.
Yeah, that's why I was asking before we got into this, because I was asking basically whether it's
Yeah.
regular
Yeah,
invisibility.
it's
or
just regular
just
invisibility. She does
I
not
do
have
something.
Yeah, she doesn't have greater
Yeah.
invisibility, unfortunately. And you just hear this. Well, no, you see these creatures start coming out. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but you suddenly feel like there's a presence of a lot more. You know, sometimes the eyes are deceiving. And then suddenly you just see her suddenly appear in the middle of that field. And she goes, "Now." And you see these fireballs go flying through the air. Just 3 fireballs just landing onto these creatures, and suddenly you see what was maybe 100 creatures turn into 1,000 as the explosion just got rid of all invisibility and all concentration. And then you suddenly hear these pixies, and then you see these huge ass giant lizards. That's the best you can
Yeah.
explain it. Come out of nowhere. As you guys grapple onto top of one. I'm assuming each of you get one, so you each go on one. Grapple and grab up on top to the best of your ability. As everyone starts charging behind the other group is staying hold, you suddenly see arrows flying through the air. Several hundred of them. As you are galloping. You look to your right, Doctor, as you see like a row of another 8 T-Rexes keeping pace. And then you look over and you see a little bit too over, you see Basil and his T-Rex.
It's a stampede of T-Rex.
You don't know where Basil is, but you're assuming he's near you. But you look over and you see another set of like 6 to 8 T-Rexes to your left as they are all coming into the battlefield.
Actually, speaking of that, maybe we should be on the same T-Rex, because otherwise we're gonna lose each other.
We can. You can be on the same T-Rex if you'd rather.
Like, what T-Rex was he on? Oh shit.
Well, unless you know, there may be a time where you may want to make a choice and go not invisible anymore.
You can also jump to another one if you need to.
This Mad Max type world here.
That's what I'm picturing is like the T-Rex gets shot out from under us and it like, you know, like Legolas like run over and like, ah!
Yeah.
So
So-
to the next one.
T-Rexes going forward, and then you start hearing beside you as you look down. The fuck are these lizards? Giant lizards with like plating on top of them. Like plate, going all the way down their backs. And then you see another one that looks a little strange, like a giant 3-horned, almost rhino-like with 3 horns. As it's charging forward. Just a bunch of these terror lizards.
Terror judge.
Several of them are now being ridden by elves.
That's our cavalry.
So you see all these, and you see ahead of you is the druid, who's then started to create like, You see her take her staff, pound it into the ground as earth just erupts in front of her, just bringing creature after creature into the air. You see plenty of those flying dogs. Those weird dogs with faces. The sun is cresting over, and then you see these dogs, like, physically getting hurt from the sunlight itself.
Fuck you, human-faced dog.
Human-faced dogs with wings? You're fucking weird. And you do see Drow in the distance as they're coming way back, but they're not in that front. Not great with sunlight. As you guys barrel forward, fireballs are coming out from behind you guys. Creatures start coming out. You see one to your right, Basil. One of the T-Rexes to your left starts getting attacked, and you see several of these dog-type creatures are just barreling into him like kamikaze. Is there anything you would like to do?
No, not if we're invisible. I'm gonna wait till because we're trying to get behind enemy lines. I don't want to do that.
Okay. As you do that, you see one of the T-Rexes go down from this. But then you see suddenly this, like, it just go... It disappears. And you see this pixie come around and just start doing some odd-end spells. And you suddenly see this, maybe in the distance, this colorful light carrying this, what looks like tiny brownie as it comes flying back behind. Dr. Kazim, you're seeing similar stuff. Some of these T-Rexes are getting taken down. Not quickly, but, you know.
Yeah.
As they start getting into the lines, you see these T-Rexes just baring their teeth and just latching on to whatever they can find as they just rip people.
Actually, you know what? Aaron.
Hmm.
One, how close am I to the Drow's front lines? Like, am I within the...
Yeah, you are getting there. Yeah.
The lines of Met, so to speak?
Yes.
Are there spiders near me?
Like drow spiders?
Just spiders in general.
There could be spiders? Tiny spiders, you mean?
It doesn't sound, according to the item, like it's tiny spiders. But let me look. Where is the item? That's not the item. Any spider that's a beast.
You're not really seeing any spiders.
Okay. Let me know when I do. I might finally be able to use Bookmark to do something.
Use what? Oh, the bookmark.
My knife.
Oh yeah, the knife. Yeah, there's no spiders in this that you can see. It's just you see these dogs and you see these drow and you see these Eladrin elves. Quite a number of them that seem to have taken side with them as well.
Space Nazis.
Space Nazis. As you are slowly taking down some of them, you know, reluctant to fight, but you guys keep going forward. I'm gonna roll. 1 to 10, it's Basil. 11 to 20, it's to the doctor. Oh, it's Basil. Basil, as you are running with this T-Rex, you see suddenly these hounds who are like burning from the sunlight that's coming over, cresting over. But it seems like they're starting to take a toll on your T-Rex that you're seeing in front of that's you are on, and you're getting kind of nervous. The T-Rex is trying to pull off what it can, but
I mean, assuming the height of the T-Rex, if the hounds are at any point in time within 5 feet of me, I can always use my reaction to just kind of like slide off the back of the T-Rex and get out of there.
yeah, this is up to you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I want to keep pushing for the objective, so I want to try to basically disengage and start moving towards, I guess, whatever gatehouse or whatever we were heading towards.
Okay.
Do I see this happening, Aaron?
You see this T-Rex starting to go down, and you're like, I just hope it's not him, but you're not sure.
How many creatures are on it?
About 5 or
If
6
I
of them.
suspect it's the one that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, the doctor's gonna be invisible for a second, but that's all right. Now the question is, can I hit them without hitting you and your T-Rex?
Well, I jumped off the back of the T-Rex, and I guess with that, I probably would have, you know, especially if it's loud on the battlefield, said something into my earpiece that I was basically going on.
Yeah,
foot
you do
towards
have the
gatehouse.
earpieces.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
probably would have been like, hey, I'm going on foot towards the gatehouse.
Okay, well if I know he's not on that,
I'm not using that shit.
yeah, if I know he's not on that Tyrannosaurus, then I'm not gonna break my invisibility yet. I was gonna cast slow on all of the things attacking you to try to give your T-Rex a chance to break.
If we're in the
But-
fray, I think it's time to kind of split off
Yeah.
and get going towards the objective. At least that's the way I see it.
Okay. As you guys continue
T-Rex
forward,
is faster than me, so I'm taking the T-Rex as far as the series.
yeah. So the T-Rex gives you a little bit of more distance, but then you start getting into the threshold of people, and you are kind of stopped at this point. The front lines have come together. The T-Rex is trying to like rip things apart. He's moving very slowly. You think, Doctor, that this is the time to get off and start running.
Okay.
I mean, if we're not using our actions, you're double moving every turn
Yeah.
anyway.
Dash.
Or triple moving in my case. If I
Yeah,
really
say
want
or
to.
triple moving in your case.
And I want you guys to occasionally, because you're going through an active battlefield, the act of bumping into people
And like sound.
and sound and
Yeah.
stuff like that, I will accelerate this a little bit. I want you guys to make 3 checks. They're all dex based, so that like you can get around the battlefield without getting bumped into.
Are we doing a stealth check or?
Are you talking about everybody or the people that left the T-Rex?
Just
Yeah.
us, I think.
Just them, those 2, because they are in this battlefield. There's a bunch going on. All it takes is one creature to possibly bump into you, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to make 3 checks.
Normal rolls or advantage because of invisibility or
If you're using the dash action to run, you don't get that advantage because you're focused on just running, not necessarily being safe. Does that make sense?
yeah, no, that's fair. 3 of them, and they're all plus 10. Increasingly better rolls. I guess thematically, as I get away from the field of battle, it becomes easier to be stealthy.
Well, that's gonna be a use of the old feature.
Oh yeah, did we want? You're doing dex saves. I did stealth rolls. What are we doing?
Oh, is it all stealth? I thought you just wanted flat decks.
That's. I asked and I didn't really get an answer, so I assumed
I
because we're trying to
I
get
said
through the
it was-
crowd stealthily.
Yeah, it would be stealth, so I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. It's actually I don't have proficiency.
You don't
in
have
stealth,
proficiency, yeah.
So it's all the same.
Alright, well, use that up. Okay, so this is the second one for this one. Cool. Okay, so 14, 17, and one last one.
You better get 24 just to keep it. Oh, no, you can't.
19. Okay, those are acceptable. I will
And
accept
technically,
those.
it's 24, 27, and 29 anyways.
Oh, I forgot we had Pass Without a Trace on us. I thought it was just them.
Our lowest roll was 24, and that was your first roll.
So you guys go unscathed through the battlefield as there is just death.
Hey, we get to do what we're actually meant to do.
Yeah,
This is one of the rare times where your character's archetype actually is working.
Yeah, we're doing literally what we said our character's job was before they became what they are now.
Not that whole meme of like what my backstory says I can do, what my class says I can do, and then it's like natural one.
So you guys stealthily get through, and as you are getting up to the main gate, you see these drow ahead of you.
Did we have a plan for getting over the wall? I'm sure we would have actually discussed it ahead of time, even though real life us did not.
Yeah, it's so the plan is to get there first. She's going to help you.
Okay. But I know we can't teleport in yet because of the wards.
Right. And so you are currently like dodging things, and then you suddenly see this steed appear right in, like, you see this steed appear out of nowhere in front of you guys, and you look up and you see it's not that far ahead, she's just a little bit ahead of you, and you see Camo on the steed as she then, you see her do a couple of spells that are kind of fucked up. Where is it?
Just as a side note, while you're doing that, is this wall scalable? Like, does it look like something we can climb? Just like, is there natural textures or whatever that we can?
You see her. Well, no. She's going to be doing something different here. She's going to assist you, so bear with me. You suddenly see this bright light come out of her hands. You guys instinctively, because you're behind her, kind of turn your gaze as you see suddenly these drow are suddenly blinded, and you see them like just standing there, just can't see. You see them just kind of like freaking out because they can't see anymore as she has blinded them. Color spray is an amazing spell. Then she looks to she turns around, she kind of like looks around, she turns, and she goes, "Are you him?"
Yeah, if I think it's safe, I'll answer her. Be like, right behind you.
On your left.
On your left. She then casts twice on you guys as she goes, "Grab hold of my hands.
Think happy thoughts.
Think happy thoughts." That's exactly that. She casts fly on both of you. And she goes, "Do you see those floating gems, jars, like large stones that are floating just slightly on beside each doorway there?"
Mhm.
She goes, "You need to take care of those."
And side note, I'm guessing this means we're not invincible anymore since they're both concentration, right?
Yeah, you're no longer invisible. But she's also blinded the people in front.
No. I'll take flyover invisibility at this point in the fight, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep. So she gives you guys flight, and you guys see these items in the air that are just kind of hovering in these like trusses that are outside the right beside each doorway there. She goes, "You destroy those, you will be able to teleport in."
Do I see? Classic wizard question. Do I see? Any sort of like wards or anything around it? Does it look protected in any way?
Do an investigation check with disadvantage because this is war.
Okay.
This is battle. You're going to have a little bit of difficulty.
Disadvantage.
The both 22s. Jesus.
I mean, that is his thing, to be fair.
Yeah. So what you do see is that they are warded, but you're not quite sure what.
Okay. All right, we'll save what I was gonna do then and get a little closer.
You then, as you guys are taking that command, you see her turn around and just start shooting another set of fireballs at the at the people in front, as she's just roasting them. The drow are screaming.
Can I just ask?
Mm-hmm.
Can our crew see what's happening?
No.
Like,
you are
no. Okay.
way
We
far
can
back.
Can we hear any of
Oh,
it?
yeah, I'm sure you hear this.
Okay.
The screams
I'm
of
I was
dinosaurs.
curious, like what we knew about.
Mhm.
Okay.
The shrieks of the tyrannosaurs filled the morning mists.
Yeah. And as you're doing this, fireballs going off, you suddenly see Capella. You see in the distance. Do a perception check for me, Capella.
Okay.
Hello. What do you see with your elf eyes?
I just could we see plumes of fire
Yeah.
blowing up?
You see that?
It's-
7,
of
you don't see anything.
T-Rexes.
But you don't see anything until it's too late. You see this flash of light. Just scoop. Basil, Dr. Kazim, as this is all happening, you see above, in the top of the tower of the castle itself, there's suddenly this bright light just blink, and then blink out into this battlefield, and suddenly you see all of a sudden the pixies, or all the T-Rexes, suddenly turn back to brownies, and you see the pixies are now visible.
Anti-magic field.
Just as it's splashing out of that, and you're like, oh fuck. And you see Camo, just this look of worry. She goes, "You need to go now."
Do I see that as well?
You see, everyone sees this flash. I was seeing if Capella would have seen it beforehand, because Capella knows what that is.
Say there goes.
What do I? How do I know what that is?
Riding dinosaurs.
You lived on this. You lived in
is
this
it like
castle.
a thing?
It is a
it's
defense mechanism of the castle.
Gotcha. I thought it was somebody doing something crazy.
Nope,
Okay.
it is the castle. Can
It's
do
not
this.
the castle defending itself, though, right? It's somebody.
The throne has the power to do so.
Right. Okay.
All right, Aaron. Which one of these stones is closer to me?
They're about equal distance from where you guys are at.
All right. Well, I'm flying to within 150 feet of it.
All I have is to shoot at it. I literally have no other tools on this character, so I
That's
go pew
all
pew.
right.
That is it.
Okay, so who's going first then?
Well, I think he has a longer effective range than I do, so I think he would actually attack first.
200 without disadvantage, 800 with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are
I have to
definitely
get within
within
150 feet.
You're definitely within 200 feet.
I'll take the first shot then.
Yeah, that definitely hits it.
Is that a natural? Oh, 19.
19. No, 19.
I was confused because the new it's highlighted green for me, which is weird. I guess I'm assuming no sneak attack on
No.
Crystal, so
No.
19.
Okay, so
You know what? I'm gonna actually use the because my first one was good. I'm gonna re-roll one of those dice with that new piercer feat that I have, since one of them's a 3. But I have to use a new roll, so if it's less, I just have to go with it.
okay.
Oh, by the way, Aaron, I'm
11.
gonna...
So bump
Sorry.
that up by 8. So 27.
27 points.
By the way, Aaron, I'm going to use the turn I need to get... Because I basically need to be one turn, so to speak, closer than Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use that turn to watch what he's doing, because I want to see if... Basically, whether it's going through what
Yeah, so what you see
protection
is
this thing has
you
or
see
not.
it pierce through, and you see it go through, but it seems like it should have been stronger than that. But it still did some work.
Okay. Well, I know what I'm going to try next round, and we'll see what happens.
All right, you want to go again, Chris, then?
Yeah. $15.
15 is a hit.
Oop, I'm definitely re-rolling one of those. It is every turn. Let me double check that before I keep doing this. Reroll damage once per turn. Okay. Just had to make sure. So up that by 8, so 21. That's a good feat for piercing weapons. Holy shit.
Again, not great, but you're still breaking through. Dr. Kazim.
My only option.
Alright, well... When you're a wizard, do wizard things. He's gonna fly in to within 150 feet, and he's gonna cast a 4th level fireball at it.
Okay.
And I will say, I'm just going to match speed, like keeping up with the doctor. I'm going to kind of stay, because he's the one casting the spell, so I'll kind of stay at his side.
Mm-hmm.
So many ones. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oof. Oh my god,
That's super
Wow.
ugly. That is an ugly ass
You had
fireball
no
roll.
damage roll that was average or above. Not one of
Uh-uh.
your rolls. Holy shit.
Okay, but it did go all the way through. As you can tell.
Okay.
It is at this point, I'm going to roll. Dr. Kazim, I need you to make a
Okay.
dex save.
Okay.
Okay, you made it as you quickly turn to the left and you see this arrow go flying right by you. And you suddenly see down below, you see this Eladrin with his eye on you. And you're like, oh, fuck. Basil, it's your turn. $16 hits.
Reroll one of those. Need to make a shortcut for this to make it easier. So that increases that by 7. So 21 again.
Okay. You said you're chipping away, but it's not that much. Dr. Kazim.
Cute. If the last one looked like it hit square, so to speak, he's doing it again.
Okay.
Also, he's closing distance, to be fair.
Sure.
I'm gonna move my next 60 feet closer. Okay, let's hope this one's slightly better than the last one, even though it's 1 die less. Yes, 1 die less and actually better. Great.
Okay, 32 points.
Is there multiple crystals? Are they close enough to get hit by the same fireball?
No, they're not close enough to hit
Okay.
the same fireball. This is a huge
Worth
gate.
asking.
Like, yeah,
Gotcha.
no. Yeah, you actually see this crystal get a huge crack down its center, like as what was holding it together is just melting away like candle wax.
The woof is on file.
Again, Dr. Kazim, I need you to make another deck save.
Okay. One of these isn't going to go well for me, and there it is.
But yeah, that was not good. That is only 10 points of damage. Part of it is, and 4 of it is fire damage, as it just, you feel this arrow dig into you as it just burns.
Owie. I don't like it.
All right, Basil's turn. You see suddenly this arrow go right into Dr. Kazim, and you see this Eladrin underneath, like he's taking aim and.
Is there any enemies? I should say, are enemies to the Eladrin friendlies to us near him or her?
Not close at this time. Some of them are further. They're further back. A lot of the what were the T-Rexes and stuff. They're no longer there. And so the ones that were behind, they're all coming forward, but it's going to take a minute.
Seeing that my bullets aren't doing quite as much as his magic is to the crystal, I'm going to take a shot at the guy who's been shooting at us.
Okay. 20 hits.
Gonna re-roll that too. There we go. So 10 more, so 28. What are you getting this feature there, Greg?
Man.
It's been working out. I mean, someday I'm gonna re-roll a 3 and it's gonna get a 1 and I'm gonna lose out on damage, but
So I looked at it. I looked at it, but I didn't do it this time.
Okay.
yeah.
You see that the gun goes down, and you point down, and you see him, and he just shoots him right in the shoulder, and he's It looks like it hurt him quite a bit.
Well, that's gonna affect his
Well-
ability to shoot an arrow, huh?
Little smirk on my face, and then yeah, that's it.
Back to you,
just
Dr. Kazim.
sticking by the doctor, so.
Dr. Kazim?
Let me look how my spells are looking. Oh, we still got more slots. We got slots. Actually, you know what? I'm within range. He's gonna try a different tact. Let's give this a shot. Is there anything nearby he can magically huck at this crystal?
What do you mean magically?
Loose stones.
Oh yeah, there's plenty
Somebody
of...
use catapult,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. Is it considered magical though when you use catapult?
It's the force I use to pick the thing up and throw it at catapult speeds is magic, but the item itself, I don't know what you would
Right.
consider
What type
that.
of? Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't. I will ask my prior other DM. Would you consider that a magic item being thrown at be catapult?
What is it?
Catapult. He's
The
using
spell
the spell
catapult.
catapult.
Would the rock or whatever he throws using that spell be considered magical damage?
I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either. Just want to keep
Fair.
myself honest. You do that?
Oh yeah, it's listed as bludgeoning damage, so it's
Yeah.
it's. That's what I was just looking. Yeah, it's specifically bludgeoning damage,
Yeah, you
not
definitely.
like force damage or whatever.
Right.
You can still, well, I mean, you can still have magical, like, it can still be bludgeoning damage from a magical source.
Right.
There's nothing that says that it is. I don't.
Yeah, I don't say that if it doesn't treat its effects as magical weapon. So you see that it clings into it, and it does do a little bit of damage, but not as much as you'd hope. Basil, back to you. You see this hurt Eladrin just sneer and then look at you as he starts to point his bow at you.
I can half deck save damage, so I'd rather him fire at me anyways, because I'm gonna be able to sustain longer. Fire at him again.
Yeah, natural 20.
Nat
Yeah.
20, which means I also get an extra damage dice to my roll.
Jesus.
So, which also,
like
which
no-
actually the damage dice would, well, it doesn't, it just does one. Yeah. So that's 24 plus 16 is 34, 40 plus 7, 47 damage.
You see as he turns the gun down at him, and you just see this smoking hole come from
That's
his
without sneak attack. Holy shit!
as he falls back.
Nobody shoots my friend.
Yeah, I'm happy with that turn. That's good.
Dr. Kazim.
Okay, seeing that, we're gonna change tact again. He's a scientist. We're experimenting. Because he's keeping in mind that there's a second one of these he's gonna have to attack and burn everything up on this first one. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do just this for this turn. However, just to be fair and let you know, Aaron, I am having to fly within 30 feet of this thing to do this.
Okay. Okay. Do you? Here's what you're gonna. Here's what I'm gonna tell you to do.
Okay.
I want you to make an Arcana check.
Okay. Fuck you, game.
That anti-magic field that got boomed out.
Yeah. Boop, boop, boop.
You. Well, it's all complicated because I mean, like, fireball is still fireball to me. I think the magic came out and then it blows up there on the location. To me, that's, for magic wise, it's fine. But you come up against this field and you put your hand out. And you hit that 30 feet. And nothing.
Okay.
You've hit that field.
Yeah, we've hit the effect of the stones, so to speak.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's my argument with how Fireball has worked is because the spell was produced and sent into it.
Outside of the field.
Outside of the
and
field.
the fireball is what's
The
being
Fireball
sent
is
into
now
it.
just an elemental thing that is just going to work.
Yeah. Fair. No, that makes sense. Same thing with the catapult. It was the magic that made the thing fly through the air happened outside of the field, and then the
Yes.
thing flew into the field.
And it's
Okay.
not magical
Nope,
to begin
makes
with.
sense.
So,
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is what you get for experimenting. 17's gonna fail. That's science.
Basil, you start seeing that. Basil, I need you to make a dex save. Okay. You just have this sense like, shit, there's someone behind me. As you flip around just into the air, go up a little higher as you see this suddenly a spear being thrown. Turn around and you see this younger drow staring at you.
My turn. As
Yep.
Well.
It's your turn.
Alright. Just let me know when I'm getting into the rolls where they might have our friendlies nearby, so I know if sneak attack damage has taken effect at that point. 21 to hit.
What are you hitting? The stone?
That guy who just
Oh.
threw at me.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
27 damage.
Okay. Yeah, that really hurt him quite a bit. You're just shooting him in just the right wounded areas every time. You're like, screw this, I'm headshotting or wounding them so they can't keep doing this.
I mean, I am above them, so
Yeah.
like a video game, better chance of getting a headshot.
Yep. And you just see this, huge gash like on his shoulder. It's like right over here, and you just see this huge gash, like hole in his shoulder, like right in here between the shoulder and there in his neck, just gone. Just if he sits around long enough, he's mortally wounded at this point. But hey, it is your turn, Dr. Kazim.
All right. Well, he knows what works and what doesn't now, so he's gonna back up away from the field and start lobbing shit in. I guess we're gonna burn up another. Boom.
Another fireball.
Yeah. It's working. It's this thing he's seen
Yeah.
actually produce results. So
Yeah, this thing looks like it is falling to pieces. There's not much left of this stone. Basil, it's your turn.
I wonder if you really need to break both. Like, I wonder if one goes down, if the other one doesn't work.
It like
You know?
leaves a gap. Yeah. Seeing that's almost crumbled, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my next shot back at the stone again.
Hey, yours?
Well, what I get. Oh shit, that
This
means
is a natural one.
That means instead of wait, hold on. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I can't do the fix check because that's an action to do. So I wanted to see if it was an action or a bonus action. So in that case, my bonus action every turn has been to reload, so I still have my bonus action. I will go ahead and I'll just take the dodge action
Okay.
as my bonus action.
All right, Dr. Kazim, back to you.
this thing with it is not a 3rd level spell, so I don't.
Do you
burn
not
it.
have like a damage cantrip, like fire or firebolt or anything like
I
that?
do. That's what I was thinking of doing now. Is just doing like Ray of
Okay, at
Frost.
this level it should be pretty decent. It should be what, 2 damage dice?
Yeah, 2d10. Yeah, that's
That's
what we're
basically
going
what my
with.
rifle's doing, except it's magical.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Shit damage rolls for me.
As you do that, you see this crystal just and fall to the ground. You see that it hasn't. If you go ahead and give me another, give me a perception check.
Perception. I love when I roll below my passive perception.
Okay. Well, this is still enough for you to understand that this it needs both stones to keep that distance. It doesn't mean that it's gone.
So I've just reduced the field right now, so
Right.
to speak. Okay.
If anything, you've made it so that that one special attack that was happening can no longer happen again. There's not enough power.
Oh, I see the system, the
Right.
thing that flooded out, so to speak.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we've at least helped there, even if we die trying to get the next one.
Right. So back to Basil.
Yeah, let's I don't remember what the thing is. Let's see. That's the okay, that should be high enough. DC equals 8 plus the misfire score, so my DC is 11. So yeah. So my weapon is fixed. That was my action. I take my bonus action to reload it for next round.
Okay.
And
Dr. Kazim. Back to you.
How far away am I from the second one?
You're about. If you moved over, because right now you're about 90 feet away, but if you moved over towards Basil, you would be closer. I mean, like, he's been keeping a
Yeah.
distance. You got closer to him, so like, if
Yeah.
you're basically just gonna go like this over. You'd be able to. You have to do some
Okay.
movement though.
Alright, well, we're gonna... I don't have to do any movement for this, so we'll do this first. He knows it works, and he's got another slot left, so we're gonna start her off right. And still roll shit damage.
What is the total damage?
28.
28. Still.
It's damage.
apparently the rule for like resistances is against non-magical weapons, so catapult technically is not a non-magical weapon, so it still does full damage. Versus like a gun or a sword or being the non-magical weapon.
So the catapult, the stone
Would
is
have
not
done its full, yeah, the catapult still would have done its full damage.
Fair.
because
I
it's
was just
magical.
reading about it because I was actually curious. Yeah, because it's the spell that's causing it. And
Ah.
usually the way Dungeons and Dragons words it is it's resistant to damage from non-magical weapons, so it's specifically geared towards
Okay,
that. Yeah.
so I would argue with that is that the way the ward is anti-magic ward is happening.
Yeah.
As soon as it through the stones through the ward, the magical properties dissipate.
Yeah, it's not a magical weapon.
It's no longer a magical weapon.
Fair. It is going into an anti-magic field, which actually, yeah, if you walk into an anti-magic field, your magical items don't work.
Right.
Correct? Or is that the only thing that does work is your items? Your
No,
abilities don't
no, your
work?
items don't work.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't work. Yeah.
Only artifacts can still be magical.
Okay. I couldn't remember how that worked.
All right, so you're staying put. Back to you, Basil.
Well, I am moving forward.
Oh.
I could attack this round if I used
Okay.
Fireball.
Yep.
Yeah, attack. Has that guy thrown another spear at us after I did?
Oh, I meant to roll
let
that.
him? Oh, okay. I was gonna say if he laid off, I'm gonna attack the thing, but if
Okay.
I didn't know if he was like hurt enough that he's like, fuck that
he,
shit.
he actually goes to pick up another spear and tries to throw it at you. So I want you to make another deck save.
It's big fuck you energy. Getting shot in the shoulder and being like, wasn't my
Yeah.
throat and shoulder, motherfucker.
Ooh. All right, so that is 14 points of damage as the
I'll
spear.
use my reaction to do half damage on that.
All right, so then you see it grazes your shoulder pretty nastily. Nice gash into the shoulder for half the damage.
It's barely a flesh wound.
And since I hit him hard the first time and he didn't learn his lesson, I'll shoot at him again.
Another natural one.
Jesus.
You go down to aim down at him, and you're like, you motherfucker. Son of a bitch.
2 shots in a row, misfiring. The downsides of guns coming into play.
And gun is, you know.
This is
And up
exactly
again.
why I always argue that they're not unbalanced.
Yep.
No, this mechanic alone, especially with the heavy hitting being like a 3 misfire, just any 3 or below, you're done.
All right, back to you, Dr. Kazim.
Yeah, that's all I got. Okay. We're just gonna firebolt it for now, cause getting low on those spell slots. Well, that doesn't probably hit.
No, that hits. It's an
All right.
it's an object that is not moving.
Would there be a score where it wouldn't hit?
Yes.
Like-
Oh yeah, they would have to miss pretty.
Okay.
I can determine what it is. So.
You guys think of an attack roll as like partially aiming, partially armor, partially movement, partially a bunch of shit. Yeah.
So yeah, 11 will hit. In my head, it's a 10 or higher. So they'd have to really fuck it up. It'd have to be a bad roll. Back to you, Basil.
How far is the person that was throwing the spears at us?
Oh, he's just below you.
Like distance though.
40, 50 feet.
So 40 feet? I'll move 10 feet just in case because
Okay.
I'm getting tired of my rifle breaking, so I'm gonna fire 2 shots at him with my pistol. I'm going Django Fett on him. And the range on those without disadvantage is 40 feet, so. Or actually, doesn't that one gunfighter or weapons feat like get rid of the minimum range? Oh, that's
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
Okay. Yeah, never mind. So I don't have that yet. I think that's my next on the to-do list.
Natural
Good.
20. Yes.
Yep.
Don't even
Man,
worry
I-
about it. Don't. Just don't. You don't need to worry.
Okay,
about
well,
it.
the second shot goes towards the crystal then.
Oh, okay.
Just to see what that damage would be. It was only 11 damage for him because I fucking rolled shitty crit.
yeah.
I guess I could re-roll the dice anyways, but.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Don't
for
worry
the
about it, you killed him.
crystal, 11 damage for the crystal. Halved. So.
Mm-hmm. Every little bit helps.
Every little thing she does. is
And bonus action, dodge again.
Okay, back to you, Dr. Kazim.
Sorry, I'm checking. I'm doing a once over in my spellbook again to see if I have anything that I can do that does the damage like this. The first, aha. shit, but I don't know prepared. Fuck. Alright, whatever. Fireball.
I guess you can't bonus action dodge. I always thought rogues could. It's just dash, disengage, and hide.
25
Maybe that's
hits,
a
yeah.
monk thing.
8.
Yeah, it's a monk thing.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, they have to use a key point, but they can do it.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, you see suddenly the crystal just and fall to pieces. You guys are currently flying.
Good job.
You see suddenly things going down.
Do we see a point, or I should say, do I see a point where we could potentially land safely and access like a door or something into the gatehouse?
You suddenly turn as you see that you've accomplished this. You guys can land safely. I mean, it's not difficult for you guys to land safely, but you do see what looks like you see Camo not too far off from where you guys are, seeing what's done, and you just hear her voice in your head singing, "Come quickly." Meanwhile,
A lot of pressure. It makes it harder.
you guys are heading out into the woods, and you hear all this fighting going on in the distance. You see that large burst happening in the sky, in the morning sky. It concerns you, Capella, because you're like, okay, how are they doing things? Are they okay? You know. But you continue trekking forward. It takes you a good amount of time to get around where you guys need to go. And they do give you, like, as you guys walk out, someone does have that, I'll just make life easy. Someone does have that transferred via trees. Okay? And they get you behind the castle.
I mean, with as many fey creatures as there are running around, there's probably one that has it as an innate ability.
Yeah. That's right. That's why I'm saying, yeah, to be fair. As you guys head out to the back area of the castle, you see just loud roars and things in the background as you guys sneak forward. I want all of you to roll a stealth. Did that fix your weapon?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
11's the DC.
Brandon. Oh, you got it. Never mind.
This
Yeah,
is
I got
with what you call it,
With a
right?
plus
Pass without
10.
Trace.
Yes.
Yeah, so 18 for me.
Okay.
What? Do we have to do something different for that?
No, you just
You
add
just
a plus
add 10, a straight 10.
Oh, I got 30.
Yeah. So he's gonna roll. Just to give you guys a glance, the Dark Elf rogue I created, he has a plus 13 already on his own.
Yeah. The stealth, I believe that.
28 plus 10, 38.
Oh, that was my first stealth, or my final stealth roll was a 35, so yeah, I can buy it.
The sneakers.
Yeah.
Oh boy, sneaky
Just without trace on
snake.
the rogue is... And then once you get the ability where you can't roll below a 10...
He goes up ahead of you guys as he just disappears out of sight.
What?
He's so sneaky, even you can't see him.
That's not great for us though, because he's supposed to be guiding us.
As you
just did an
guys,
attack on a gatehouse as invisible people. You can do it.
as you guys are traveling quietly, the back section. You hear this. You start traveling a little bit. He's told you where to go, so you know where you're going, but you guys start traveling a little bit, and then you start looking around, and then you suddenly see 2 guards up ahead.
Shouldn't there not be any guards here?
They're doing a patrol.
Wait, are we still in this? Or we're not in the secret passage yet?
No, you're not in
No.
the secret passage. You're outside the castle. I'm sorry, Robert. I was not clear. You guys are outside the castle, going to the castle.
Reconnoitering the walls.
So as you
What does
guys
that mean?
travel, you suddenly see these 2 guards in the distance.
I think the cat just locked himself in the bathroom.
The cat just rogued himself in the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Keep going. I can.
Okay. So as you see these 2 guards come walking by, you guys stay quiet. Stop moving. They walk by without even noticing. A couple more minutes come by and you hear a whistle. You know, some sort of whistle sound, and you look over and you see him just against the corner of the wall of the castle, as they completely didn't see him at all. As he leads you guys on to the secret passage. See, think of it this way: if he wasn't there, and you guys could have had another encounter here with like 2 guards, which would have been just annoying. He then leads you guys up to this stone wall. And about 30 feet before, he's a little hesitant. But then he takes out his knife and proceeds to bring the knife out about 30 feet before, and finds that the field is down at this point. You hear this sigh of relief as he leads you against the walls there as you travel along. You then see him halt you guys, and you see him doing something weird to the stone. Just this movement of stones that you didn't... Capella, you've never seen this before. But you do notice right above what looks like some sort of thieves' cant. Not really noticeable, but some sort of language. It is thieves' cant, but you wouldn't know what it is. Moves a couple things. A couple of stones get moved around. You're not exactly sure. But then you see this. And of course, here comes Tony.
Wild Tony appears.
A wild Tony appears.
After blizzards and accidents and many trials and tribulations.
He did it again. Hold on, I gotta go run him out. Sir, get out of the bathroom.
Cat. And of course, Tony doesn't have his camera on, so I can't fix the cameras. But anyways, you guys enter this secret passage. It's dark. Slight humidity in the air. As you guys continue forward. And then you guys reach up to the stairs and slowly creep up. And it's at this time I need you guys all to make another stealth check.
I'm totally fine with that.
Even better.
And can
What the
Can I go
fuck? Sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Blade Song as well, just to be prepared, since we already saw. God, I don't know if I want to do that.
How long does it last?
It only lasts for a minute, but I'm nervous though, seeing a couple of guards already.
I mean, have it prepared to react instead of.
Is it a bonus action or an action for Blade Song?
It's a bonus action.
Oh, well. You only have one round of possible shittiness.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just wait.
All right, so what did you roll, Robert?
17.
Oh, okay, it didn't show up in there, so that's okay.
Well, I rolled a 2, but I have a +5, and then we have Pass Without a Trace. So.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not showing up in Roll20, but I did see it in Beyond.
Okay, I trust you.
Oh, yeah, I'm rolling it in Beyond, not Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but with the VTT, right, it should appear in the.
Oh no,
In
I
Roll20.
may have VTT off because it's fucking with my
Yeah,
Other
yeah.
stuff.
It's messing with my tool when I try to use
Okay.
like Encounter Builder.
All right, so 17. The other, your other dude actually rolled a 32. That is not including the +10, so 42. So I think he's making up the difference for you, Robert. I think it's okay.
Well, I'm just mad because I rolled a 3 last time. So our luck is.
Just wait till you get into combat and roll 2 misfires in a row.
Yeah, well, I guess if I can get them all out of the way now, then I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm. I did the opposite. I started out with the good rolls and then went downhill.
The picture of your cat is hilarious. What? Dummy Persian.
He does that. Well, so the dog was laying in the hallway outside of the bathroom, so he was scared. Scared.
That's
Like
the
she's
cat's
gonna do
look of
anything.
why you keep locking me in the bathroom.
Yeah,
You're
right.
doing it for me.
Uh-huh.
So,
He does it when I'm like in meetings and demos and stuff, and I can hear him like you've heard him before too. You've heard him like crying, and he can't get out because he's an idiot.
So, as you guys travel forward up the stairs, he opens the door, leading you guys down these secret servant passageways.
How does it look in these passageways? Does it seem like these are well traveled, or
yeah,
these
it's servants traveled regularly into these passages. I mean, this is not, and it's not like secret passages like they look junky. No, if you've ever seen like Downton Abbey, the walkways, they're just very plain, simple. They
I just
function.
don't understand why I wouldn't. If it was like that, why I wouldn't have known about it. That's confusing.
No, you do know about these servant passages.
Oh, so we're out of the secret passage?
Yeah, the secret
Entryway?
passage
Okay.
was already done. Now you guys are in the serpent, out in the kitchen. You left
Gotcha.
the kitchen. There was nobody in the kitchen at the time that you can see. But you're continuing forward into these servant passageways. You continue forward and forward. And then he stops. He turns to you, Capella, and goes, is the entrance to the throne room. It's not the actual throne room, but it's like it leads out to the doors to the throne room.
Mm-hmm. So now I should do blades.
Now would probably be a better spot.
Excellent.
I could be an asshole and say that you used your blade song once, so you used a spell slot.
What?
Your blade song requires a spell slot, does it not?
Nope.
It's its own thing. She has a certain
Oh.
amount of uses per day.
Oh,
Like
Based on her.
raging.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how many do you have a day?
3.
Okay,
As I
so
say, yeah.
if you, I'm being honest, you used one and it went away, so this would be your second one for the day.
No.
You told me when you first got out of the secret passage that you used blade song.
No, we talked about it before we went into the passage, and then I was worried about it because it was only going to be a minute, and so we decided against it.
Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you did actually do it, so. So you guys come forward through this passage, and he's warning you guys that this entranceway, this door here, will lead you. What do you guys do?
So that door will lead us to the.
The main doorway to the throne room. Capella, you know that there's this major entranceway that leads up to these large double doors that lead to the throne room.
And you said it's the only way in,
Yep.
right?
Yep. So what do you guys do?
Well, I think I just tell people, like, get yourselves ready. We're going to go in.
Okay.
I don't know if there's, like, readying of action that can be done, or if it's just, like,
The door is
prepared.
closed.
I'd like.
There's a lot of things you can do here.
Yeah, I'd like to know what we can know. We don't have like we don't have any way of like spying out that area without opening the door, right? I mean, I guess
You
I
could
can
do
listen, but we don't
yeah.
have anything better than that, right?
You could
At our
open
disposal?
you could open the door with a stealth check and take a peek and take that risk.
Yeah, we could do that. Who is our stealthiest?
Well, Rental.
Yeah, Rental is. But he wasn't going to do anything until he was
Yeah.
talking to you guys. So.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna whisper to him. See if you can get a look.
Can I use my telepathy to see if there's anything on the other side?
No, it's telepathy.
I can't tell. Everything's a blur.
Yeah,
right now.
you chose the move thing with your mind one, not the.
Like detect
Minds
thoughts
one.
would be, yeah, like you can tell people's.
So he's going to go ahead and do a stealth check. Okay, so that's actually pretty low for him. He rolled a 5, but it's still 18. That's actually
Well, we still have passage.
yeah.
right?
So that's 28.
still as high as I could possibly roll.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say his fucking up is that he like lets the light slightly catch one of his buckles or something, and it sheens a little bit. Like,
Yeah, especially if you're following the rules as written, where natural ones don't actually mean insta failure on ability checks. It still has to
Yeah.
do with whatever your total is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that at first.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the like critical.
I think
I
it's
mean,
because in previous editions, critical failures were just critical failures. I think that might be a 5e thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes your ability scores a little bit more useful in a way, or like what
Yeah.
you're proficient in and stuff
Sure.
like that. It means you can't like literally fuck up something
So-
you're really proficient in.
He peers out. He just peeks out and looks. Okay. And he goes, 4 drow. One is huge.
Is it possible that we can have a conversation without alerting the throne room?
Possible. You get me in the right place, in the right position, you can take out a number of them.
And did you see Valor?
No.
Yeah, because this is not the actual throne room, right?
It's not the
just
actual throne room.
Does anybody have silence in our group?
I don't think so.
I have blindness, deafness, but I'm not with you guys.
Right.
So now you know there's at least 3 other drow
Mm-hmm.
and 1 extra large drow. Like he's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Damn you, Derek. It just pressed. Really, the sound effect, the horn effect, the La Cucaracha, really?
La cucaracha.
He goes.
I think this is the way in. Like, right? This is we're
Mhm.
gonna have to
Yeah, it is.
fight our
but
way in.
the only question is, do we, like, are there clever things we can think of to do? And I'm not really.
I mean, I've got sleep, but I don't think it'll work on the drow. Right?
No, so, I mean, sleep will work on anybody, but the only question is it, like, do you have enough hit dice to actually put anybody to sleep?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. Could we intimidate whatever's on the other side of the door before we go in?
Well, the problem is we have things. What do you mean?
No, actually, Greg, they can't be put to sleep.
Oh, because they're fey, they're
'Cause they're-
immune. Okay.
Yeah, they fey ancestry, so they can't be put to sleep.
Hey Derek, quick question. Have you been taking advantage on all of your wisdom and charisma saving throws?
Yeah, I just saw that. Probably not.
Because you made me wonder how your telepathy worked particularly, because I was like, oh wait, that's a racial ability of his, I may have just lied to him. And I just noticed you have advantage on all
Yeah, I saw that.
wisdom and charisma saving throws.
Could I use a card from my deck of illusions and slip it underneath the door? Pop off something so people are distracted before we go in.
You definitely could. You
Just don't know what the illusion will be.
Oh, how fun.
Oh, fuck it. I haven't used any of those. I'll use one of those.
I don't have anything else. I don't have anything better. So have fun. Let's have fun.
yeah, the deck of illusions.
Yup. It's random 34 cards. Deck is usually missing 1 card.
I think the only challenge with that is if we are trying to fight them and not alert the people that are in the throne room, it doesn't really help us. Because if you throw something out there and it turns out to be something big, they're gonna yell, "Oh fuck!" and then the whole throne room knows. What I'm wanting, because we could certainly go in there guns blazing, but then
But literally.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, my logic is that when we open the door, they're gonna know we're there. So, you know, like.
Well, right, but so maybe that's not the only option, right? I haven't thought of anything better yet. I'm just wondering. Like, I'm wondering if maybe we could draw them to us, right? Maybe we create a distraction. If we can create a distraction and
Open the door.
yeah, right. Maybe we can create a distraction and get them to open the door out of curiosity, and have a better shot at.
Well, one thing Derek can do with his telepathy, because it's poorly named, is that he could speak to one of them in their mind.
That's an interesting proposition. So is there something we could think of that might make them want to come
No.
out and be suspicious, but not necessarily?
Actually, it's not poorly named. I'm an idiot. Telepathy is like being able to speak
You have to
with
see them.
like minds. Telekinesis is moving things with your mind.
Yeah, telekinesis is moving. Yeah.
I'm dumb.
Oh, is
But
that
don't
what
you
you
just-
have?
No, he has telepathy, and that's what I told him earlier. I was like, oh no, you have the one that moves things, and I was like, no, I'm
Oh,
dumb.
so yeah, so he does have the ability to talk.
Yeah. Yep.
Doesn't he have to see them though in order to?
Throwing this in there for the language. I'm not rolling for it.
Yeah, you do have to see it.
But
Okay.
also, then I have this one.
Yeah, his racial one. Yeah, that's. I was thinking of your
I guess
racial
it's
one.
Within 30 feet, meaning that I
Yeah, but you have to see
Yeah,
them.
you're also not 30 feet from him.
Well, his other one's 60, but he would still have to. He'd still have to see them. Although I guess he could look through the crack in the door that the drow opened.
Well, could I look in the crack and speak to one of them through my mind and ask them, do you want to
Well, did you say you do that, or are you discussing doing that?
No, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm throwing out the hip, really.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something that would
I
make
would,
them.
I would totally come out the door to ride some dinosaurs, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm coming out.
Could
Could
we
I,
tell them that we like?
Could I tape a coin to some rope or some twine and throw it underneath the door and do the dollar gang?
Well, okay. So with the telepathy, is there enough range to speak to them telepathically? Is that
If he
possible? Or no?
uses the other telepathic, the other one, that is
With the slugs
Yeah.
that could
No,
cause
that's
harm.
He took a feat
Oh.
that gives him better telepathy than his natural telepathy.
Oh.
He's not using. He's got all this naturally. He don't need no brain slug. It's just a parasite to him.
The 60 feet. Are they within 60 feet or no?
One is.
Okay.
I don't know. I have that same feat, and that's how I did the brain slug abilities.
Ooh, can I do this one?
And it wasn't a feat I chose. I picked that feat just because of the brain
I'm
slugs.
not rolling for it. It's just for the language. But could I look through the crack and then shove one telekinetically into the fucking door?
What do you want to do?
Shove what?
Like just grab someone through the door and just smash them into the door.
How does that accomplish our mission?
I don't know. I just saw it and thought about it. So
It's a good thought. No, that we're brainstorming. No bad ideas. What if we were to
Yoink.
use the telekinetic speech or telepathic speech to say something like we need reinforcements or something to try to make it sound like
Yeah, we need to get them out of the room, whether that's trying to trick them or trying to get them to come investigate a sound, whatever. That's what I think the goal should be is get them to at least open the door or something to investigate, to come, you know what I mean, to come a little bit away from the throne room so that we can get the jump on them and maybe have it.
I mean, could I just use the telepathy and just go with that line of thought process of just like we're under attack, we're under attack?
Do any of you have prestidigitation?
no.
We could try that. Yeah.
Because you
I
could
thi-
just do a simple sound, you know, like enemies in the north hallway or something.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like something to try to.
Why don't we try that then? And see if
Does anybody have that?
That'd be like thaumaturgy, right, for throwing your voice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, either thaumaturgy or prestidigitation.
I think
Right.
prestidigitation just makes the sensory effect.
I thought we were
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about
it's
the
just noises and
telepathic
stuff.
speech.
Right. Yeah, I still thought we were talking about the telepathic.
Well, if you do
By
the
the way, I
telepathic
think
speech,
Derek
that's
has
only
that
one
telepathic
target.
stuff for the brain slug. So unless you're positive you got that stuff not from the brain slug, you may want to second guess if you want to use it. And
Oh, I thought he could. I thought he had.
No,
It.
he
No,
does
does
have some
have
stuff from his
telepathy.
race, but those are the same feats that I have, and I don't have anything besides the brain slug.
well, it's the limited telepathy. You can telepathically.
Yeah, but I've got
But
that from
that's-
the brain slug too.
No,
So I
he's
just want to
talking
make
about
sure
his
you got that
language one.
otherwise.
No, this is
Yeah.
racial traits.
Okay.
Okay, but your racial one only goes up to 30 feet.
Yeah, but like I can look for the crack or anything, depending on who's on what.
They're not within 30
They're
They're
not
not
within
within
30 feet of you.
Oh,
There's only one who's within 60 feet.
Also,
Okay.
the reason why I said thaumaturgy or prestidigitation is even if he does telepathy, it's only going to be one target.
Right, but we
just
don't have
tap on the
those.
door lightly.
Okay.
Unless Opal has anything that we aren't thinking of.
You know what? Let's look. Let's see what the cleric's got in regards to cantrips.
And Tony did send an alert saying he can't get Discord to work, so I'm like, I can't help him right now.
Get a computer, bro.
It looks like this is going to be a no. I could have him cast Wall of Fire.
That I don't know. Greg, how do you feel about that? Does that also not accomplish the goal of having
very- It's very subtle. It's very subtle.
Yeah, it's extremely subtle.
I think that maybe can I suggest something really crazy? What
Alright.
if one of us just uses our actual voice
Yeah.
and, and says, "We need reinforcements," and maybe they'll come over.
I mean,
That would never work.
you.
Get out here with your crazy thoughts.
I mean, you do have a
What?
drow assassin.
Yeah, he knows their language.
Let's go with that.
Greggles, anything better in your amount of thought time that you've had
No,
now?
that's
doing
the
it.
first time. Yeah, first time I feel like it's feasible.
Okay, great. So we're gonna say Renfro, you're gonna go ahead and just holler and try to get him to come over this way. Say something about reinforcements. We need reinforcements. Trying to encourage them to
Reinforcements to the main deck.
deck. We're not on a ship.
We need reinforcements in the east.
I mean, Aaron did say it was kind of a flying castle.
I mean, you know, yeah, but I don't
It's
know,
an
at what
airship?
point?
reinforcements
Yeah,
to the breach.
Okay.
I wonder when the terminology shifts. I don't know.
So he is going to do another stealth to
Okay.
open the door.
Okay. Still a crack, though, right? We can yell through a crack.
Well, he's got to do something much more forward.
Oh, forward.
So that's a 27.
These last 10, 15 minutes down the drain, NPCs taking control.
Tony, great news. We split the party.
Yep, always works well, right?
You're on my team. No, no one's died. Everyone's
you see
fine.
him
Well, we already know
suddenly-
our side is successful, so your side's the failing one, right?
No!
There's gotta be one side.
To be fair.
To be fair, we split the
fair.
party because
To be fair.
Mhm.
we split the party because I could not turn down the opportunity to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex riding Time Wizard. That's just, you don't turn down opportunities like that, Tony.
I mean, how often do you get that offer in life?
I know, that's a sentence
So-
you don't get to say very often.
He
Trevlo did not get that offer.
He looks to you guys and goes, "On my words." He opens the door, closes it quietly. And you hear something in deep speak, undercommon. You're not sure he's... Now he's going to roll a deception check.
I actually imagine that Drow sounds vaguely Slavic. That's what I imagine in my head.
Not good. Not good.
Elven's the more like happy, like Norse.
All right. So you hear this
Influence
ruffle
Slavic.
back and forth, as then you hear this huge come running out. You just hear this thing running away, and then you hear this moment of. And then
we need to fix our cameras.
I know we do because Tony came up, and I only got 5 minutes left, so I'm not going to go any further tonight with what's going on. So
Ain't got no time to fix no damn camera.
it would take me 10 minutes to fix it.
I'm sorry.
So you guys, it gets quiet. As you hear another, there's a couple of movements. And then you hear it's silent. And then you hear a tap on the door.
A tap on the door that we were standing in?
Yes.
Wait. So when you said the other guy ran, where did he run to? I thought the only way out was through the door that we were standing in front of.
No. To the throne room. The throne room doors are ahead. There are regular passages to the left and right. You're in the servant quarter door. Why is this so confusing?
I don't know. I thought we okay.
Okay, so you guys, I'm going to show you on the map. All right, you guys see the map? All
Yeah.
right. There's a little stairwell up to a set of doors up here. That takes you to the throne room. Okay.
Okay.
Down below here is this passageway. You're not seeing it over here, but there's regular hallways leading this way and this way. You're coming through a door, the servant's door that's right here. Yes? No? Maybe so.
Okay.
Okay?
So they can leave that room
They can leave this room because
without coming to where we are,
Right.
and without going to the throne room.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I that wasn't clear to me. Sorry. So that's
It's
good.
okay.
Okay. So the sound, what you're saying is, it sounds like he has potentially drawn some of them out of the room.
Yes.
Very nice.
As
very
you
nice.
tap, he taps on the door. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna open the door.
Go to open the door.
Very quickly, so he falls through.
As you see him clean his blade off of blood, and you see a head by the stairway leading up to the throne room, you see a body lying there of a drow.
Who cleaned their blade? The drow that was with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He killed them.
He left?
No. Renfeld killed this one here.
The one that
Okay.
didn't leave got stabbed, basically.
Yes, the one that wouldn't leave. He stabbed and killed him.
Okay.
As you see him clean his blade, wipe it, put it away. And he goes, after you. And this is where we're going to leave it off for the evening, because this is going to be a big battle, so.
Sorry, we were so confused.
And the people that left, we think, are now in the throne room?
No. Oh,
Okay.
I just explained. They left in
Wait.
the hallways to the left or right.
Maybe, well, then maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Can
You-
somebody else explain where they went then?
You
There were
stand there and
hallways
make
to the
sure,
left and right.
Yeah.
make sure he doesn't leave.
Yeah. So, you guys were in the servant hallways, okay? They are separate from the regular hallways.
It's fine.
Okay.
We'll figure it out next time.
They left the hallway. They left in their own particular hallways away from the throne room.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
They're gone at this point because he persuaded them, including the big mutant guy, which I loved.
Aw.
He's called a mutated drow, and he's a badass with 200 hit points.
Yeah, but has he ridden a T-Rex?
I hate to run quickly, but I gotta go and grab some fruit. I'll talk to you
Oh.
Let's see how.
Bye.
Hey, bro.
But all right, guys, we'll finish this game. We'll finish this up in 2 weeks. So,
Cool.
okay.
Sounds good. Oh man.
All right.